beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1144. This is a Saturday bonus show where we are going to make sure that before the end of this episode, we are going to meet the goal that you see up above. We're almost at 40%. I'm calling for an early tip train and a little bit of the thumbs up for us here. That would really help us out. I will put the Streamlabs link in the description to help you out with that. Also, quick reminder that we put extra content at the beginning of the audio version of our podcast. You can find it on any of the major podcast platforms. Just search up Drunken Peasants. And you're going to want to subscribe very soon because we just did about a 25-minute live reaction to the last 20 minutes of the Royal Rumble that just ended. We're not going to spoil it for you. For anyone who hasn't watched it yet. But if you want to hear our reaction to the last 20 minutes of it, we just watched it and did a live reaction, and that will be available in the audio version of the show that will be released at some point after the show tonight. I try to get it up pretty quick. So, what did you think of the ending without giving away the result?
Oh, it was crazy when Stone Cold came out.
And he may have. I didn't watch the whole thing.
A Stone Cold stunner.
I heard Stone Cold might be wrestling again at WrestleMania.
I mean, there was talks, but it might not have been talks by anybody officially. It might have been people talking online. Ladies and gentlemen, merrily like this fluffin' stream. If we can get to 1 million likes, I will show you guys the meaning of life.
Here is the Streamlabs link. It is pinned in the chat. Go check that out. Also, another sponsor that I have linked in the chat, the Vans Global.
Yeah.
That is something you can get 20% off, and they do actually have a new product. They contacted me last night. They must have saw the traffic because we hadn't mentioned them in like a month. And then a bunch of traffic must have come in because they randomly emailed me like, we got this new thing. You want to try it? So they're sending me, I guess they have vape cartridges now.
Nice.
So they always had like the gummies and the smokes, but now they have cartridges and cool batteries to cook them up to. So that's exciting.
Mario Heat in the pleb chat says, I still don't know what actual Mania is or where to watch it. Well,
really?
I don't know what it is either, but you can watch it on our Patreon. $5 a month gets you actual Mania and another private show. What a steal of a deal.
And we actually haven't done the second private show this month. We're doing that this coming Monday. It's going to be Who's Worse between Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one because they're both wonderful human beings.
You, the people, will vote, and we will decide together scientifically who is worse between
We're going to be using
these two
the scientific method.
Our own scientific method that we made up. So, yeah, please like the stream. It's going to be an interesting time. We're going to get it started in just a moment.
It's science, baby.
We did Actual Mania last night. Everyone should check it out. I'm not going to talk about it. There are some promos that will be coming later. I will give a spoiler alert before we play those later on in the show for those people who don't want it last night's event spoiled. But there's a message from the commissioner and a message from a creepy mask. I'll just say that. So, that's interesting. Everybody liked the stream. We are going to move into it right now. This is antagonism.
Turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
Oh. So, remember when I told you that Nick Fuentes got his Twitter back?
Yes.
It was his original Twitter, the one that he had the most followers on, where he like used his real name and stuff.
Yes.
It wasn't like an alt where he was hiding and not trying to get banned. It was he was he was banned within 24 hours of getting it back.
What did he do? Anything?
As far as I know, because I went and looked, and nothing he did was really that weird that would warrant him getting banned. I think they realized.
I was shocked when Billy came out in the Royal Rumble and gave everyone the sweet boy splash.
Spoilers.
Yeah. What was I saying? I totally
were talking about the price of tea in China. I have no idea what you were saying. The spoilers threw me off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Nick Fuentes got booted off of Twitter. I think they realized like who he was, and they were like, "Oh,
really?"
Yeah, because they had just banned Kanye, and it's like, this is one of the guys encouraging Kanye to do the things he's doing. That's it. That's in his ear, being like, "Yep." That's how they got together. Their mutual dislike for the Jewish people. So. Here's Nick reacting and talking about his ban from Twitter.
Things could be so different if only you knew how different things could be if I had access to Twitter. I come back on the timeline, I got like 3,300 people watching the space, and I tweet the red media graph. I'm going to ratio a congressman. Some black congressman is complaining about me being online. He's like,
let's go.
Let's
go. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
this
G.
White supremacist Holocaust denier has no place on Twitter. And I tweet a picture of me just laughing at him. And I just say, LOL, ratio. If only you knew how different things could be. It could be so fun, but now it's so fucking gay and Jewish. I hate the world. I hate everything.
He's such an eloquent orator.
It's gay and Jewish. I hate the world. Actually, I hate everything. I love how all it took was him hanging out with Kanye for him to change his style. Like, he used to wear these 3-piece suits all the time, and now he just wears a hoodie.
These are probably like Yeezy hoodies. Or
is that what it's called? I forgot. What it was called.
It could. I don't know. They're usually really cheap looking hoodies that he sells. It's part of the deal. Is they're like supposed to not look high fashion.
Yeah, he had all kinds of weird shit. He had the hoodie that looked like it had paint splotches on it. And he had like a hat. I can't remember what it was the Viper Room. It was the logo for the Viper Room on Sunset Boulevard in LA.
Camouflage hat.
But it was backward. It was like mirrored, so it was like backwards. It's so weird. I wonder if he paid for the rights to that, or if he was just like, I'll just flip it backwards.
Probably just flipped it backwards.
Yeah.
I hate you and I hate everything. I'm going to bed. I'm upset. No. But it's true. We were having so much fun. Oh, you're having so much fun. You had to go and ruin it all. That's okay.
What fun did you have? Explain some of the fun you had, Nick Fuentes.
He was talking about it, but
Jewish sounds way more fun than what Nick has to offer.
Oh yeah,
it is.
Gay and Jewish is lit. I got a gay and Jewish friend of the family. He's the best. I think Nick here. He said he ratioed a congressman and was make sure to point out their race. That was one of the fun things they did. Yeah. They were in a Twitter space with 3,300 people. I wonder how many of those people were hate listening, just waiting to find something they could ban them for.
It was a mixture of hate listeners and then people like Nick. you know.
I wonder if the Twitter space was recorded. It was probably something he said in there that got him ousted. He probably made some stupid comment in there.
I don't know. Either that or they were just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's okay. Here's the thing, though.
It's like we can't allow this guy back on and remain consistent with other bands.
Nick's career path is such a waste of potential. I don't know if he ever had potential. He was never actually going to be man enough to lead the right. He's indoctrinating.
He fell in line.
Young boys into the right that have nowhere else to go, and they're going to post memes. So why not post Groiper memes?
Are you calling him a groomer?
Essentially, just about anybody in a big with a movement is a groomer, right? You target the youth.
I'm ashamed to share a first name with this douche.
It's okay, Nick. It's there's some great Nicks out there. Just say you share your name with Nick. Oh, I was gonna say Nolte, but I don't know if he got canceled or not.
Yeah, that's probably not the best one.
I don't know. There's great Nicks though.
It's pretty common.
Avocado, avocado.
Come on, find a better one.
Of course, my mom texted me today.
With a homosexual Jewish man.
Is he? Brian Field, he might be in love with a homosexual Jewish man.
We're almost at 50%. Thanks, guys, for getting it there. Let's move a little further.
This is just like so typical. I love my mom and everything, and I know she only cares, but I get banned on Twitter, and I'm like, what? I'm just like, what? No. I'm like, no. Let me be back online. I lose my Twitter account. Like the second that I get banned, my mom texts me and she's like, why did you get banned? I'm like, what do you think I know? I don't know. Let me ask him. Let me ask him. Let me call up Elon and ask him.
Because the reason I knew he was back was because he was trending, and I was like, why is he trending? And all these people were like, oh, Nick got his there are even like articles about it and everything. So that obviously alerted Twitter like, oh, all these people are freaking out about us unbanning this guy. Who is he? So someone probably was like, Elon, can we ban this guy again?
She's like, why did you get banned? I'm like, I don't know. She goes, was it the Hitler thing? Was it this?
Was it the Hitler thing?
Was it the Hitler thing
was it
again,
the Hitler
Nick?
thing again?
Mom, I did the Hitler thing again.
Oh, Nick.
I'm like, I just can't deal with that right now. Like, I'm over here without my Twitter account. Point is, I know, of course, everybody's going to say, oh, well, you got banned because you said that Israel did 9/11 and that you love Hitler and you said the N-word. And, on your first space, some journalist said, well, he said that Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, made a salient point, and he said that he loves Hitler and that Israel did 9/11. And admittedly, if you said that in mixed company, it would probably not.
Mixed company. You just make sure you're not in mixed company, if you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, you can say that on Cozy TV where it's very unmixed.
Yeah, when you're hanging out with Beardson, you guys can say that.
All the undesirables.
Not be appropriate. And if you said that in the workplace, it would not be appropriate. I understand that.
It's almost never appropriate. I guess if it's told in the context of like a funny joke, I don't know, but it's not a joke when he says it. He might try to say it is to avoid accountability, but no, he really believes that. That's why he's buddies with Kanye West. It's a weird alternate reality that I never thought I would ever live in. We're because we started goofing on Nick years ago, and I would never think that Nick would be like Kanye West's little bitch boy. It's kind of funny.
Kanye was looking for somebody to bring onto his team. He had nothing else. Adidas dropped him. Adidas, who started in Nazi Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been predicted. It was predicted that Kanye would get bored and stop talking about the presidential run and not really try.
I think he had a moment of clarity for what he had actually lost. He probably didn't think everything would dissipates so quickly. Darren, thank you for joining the Patreon.
Thank you so much.
But let's examine what I'm saying there. Number one, it wasn't a space about 9/11. It wasn't a space about Hitler or the Unabomber. It was a space about the right wing. And, so it's very easy and it's so annoying.
It was a space about the right wing, which happens to deal with the Unabomber's ideals being positive, Hitler also being great. It deals with racism. The right wing is all about these things. So you really aren't just banning me, you're banning the right wing.
The journalist will take these little things out of context, which of course
he wants to be synonymous
I say them
with that,
knowing full well the weight of the things I'm saying. Do you think when I say you need me to be the outlaw, you need me to say Israel did 9/11, that's rhetoric? Now, of course, I do believe.
I need you to prove it when you say it. Like, I need you to show me how that's true, or shut the fuck up. Is what I need. Because just saying that alone, it's not like this hilarious joke, So it just sounds like you're making a claim that you can't prove.
That Israel did 9/11. But I understand the weight of that statement. I understand the implications and
I don't think you do.
Gravity of that. But I also understand that for the sake of rhetoric, it's rhetorical. It wasn't part of a longer discussion about a touchy issue. That was a rhetoric, and again, I do believe those things, but in that
that's why you can't say it's just a joke. It's not rhetorical.
Look, it's rhetoric. I was saying they need me to believe these things that I do believe.
Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember Dodgeball, the movie Dodgeball, with Ben Stiller's character? Yeah. And he's always like, just joking. Actually, I'm not. That really happened.
Yeah.
That's how Nick is. He's always like, but I don't really mean that. It was just rhetorical. But I do believe it, though. It's that kind of shit. Where
was his character from Dodgeball the character from Heavyweights?
I don't remember. I've never seen Heavyweights.
Oh, Heavyweights, he plays like a sports character that like is getting the fat kids to be thin.
Huh. Well, it might be the same character because he was like a morbidly obese guy that got all fit and like owned a chain of gyms.
Yeah.
And like he would like punish himself he had like this weird kink almost to like have like dirty food in front of him and have him like get teased like edging on the like.
I have half of that kink.
An instance.
I saw you crush up the cookie and sniff it.
I'm using that as
beignet, right?
A beignet.
Rhetoric to make a point. And I'm so irritated with journalists taking these little snips or quips or whatever, and they take it, and because it's not, again, because it's something that is heterodox, and because it's not something you might say in mixed company, because it's touchy, because it's contrary, they're going to pretend like it speaks for itself.
I mean, Twitter is mixed company, right? A Twitter space. Because like anyone can come listen to it.
And it's self-evidently dangerous, should be censored. Well, he said Israel did 9/11. It's like, well, actually, I don't know that that's so crazy.
It is.
To say that there are questions surrounding 9/11.
Just because there are questions doesn't mean you can prove that they did it. There's no evidence that I've ever seen
that there are questions about.
There are questions about.
I hate all these reporters reporting on what I say.
Yeah, there are questions on the mainstream narrative that people mostly question, but your narrative is very out there. It is kind of ridiculous.
When I say it, it's based. When they quote me saying it, it's not based. That's the problem.
Involvement of foreign intelligence in the largest scale terror attack in American history. Is that actually insane to suggest that?
Yes.
It may be insane to say that. So
let's put it this way. If it's true and they have control over everything to hide it, it would be insane to say that again, you idiot. It's insane if it's not true, and it's insane to say it if it is true, because a bunch of little shit-talking kids are not going to overthrow some crazy tyrannical government that can get away with shit like that. So both sides, it's dumb and crazy for you to say that, yes.
Yes.
Blatantly, which is why I did it.
And that's the end of the clip. There's a lot of double talk that comes out of Nick.
Democrats are so stupid, but they rigged the entire election.
He likes to play almost like 3-card Monty with like what he's saying. Kind of like use this obfuscation to where like you're not even sure what he's talking about anymore.
Well, he wants to be able to say everything that is a hot button issue and own none of it.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to talk all this big game and have zero need to back it up when time comes. You know what? You had your Twitter back for one day. Today is just like the day before yesterday now. No fucking Twitter, no fucking big deal.
Yeah, it was suspended for like 2 years. I remember shortly after he blocked me for mentioning Catboy, he got banned.
You're like, oh, my guy blocked me. And then the next day it's like, oh, everybody's blocked by Nick Fuentes now.
Right.
He don't exist here no more.
So, our buddy Jared, Genesis, he's very sad because he thinks Magic the Gathering is dying.
Yeah, he's wrong again. Hey man, I can't afford Magic the Gathering cards, but I free play Arena.
So I knew this day would come. R.I.P. Match the Gathering.
Match the Gathering?
Match the Gathering. Yeah, it's where you take your Magic cards and light them on fire with matches one by one.
Match the Gathering.
Yeah,
fucking Magic, dude. Holy shit, this game is old. This game is like as old as me, bro.
No, it's
fucking
not.
Hell. I remember playing the shit back.
You always talk about how you're almost 40. Magic the Gathering isn't 40 years old.
It's 30.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s when it was actually fun.
I like how he applies whether or not something's good or fun to when he liked it. So since he doesn't like it anymore, it's no longer good or no longer fun.
It's fun when he can afford to do something. Anything he can afford to do is fun. He hated Nintendo until someone gave him a Switch for free.
He also has all these like classic Nintendo games, but he never plays them.
But you know, I gotta say this. I do enjoy Magic Arena. I think that's a pretty solid
Called
it. Pardon me.
The free play mode.
Okay, I think we're good. But shout outs to Magic Historian. I fucking love that guy. That little Canuck. Gotta love those Canadians. He made
My
a video
bones hurt.
about how Hasbro is not doing well. Hasbro actually
Magic
bought.
was having some troubles with card sales, but then the D&D team came in and said, "Hold my beer."
Magic wasn't even having troubles with card sales. They put out a 30th anniversary set of cards that weren't even real Magic cards. 4 packs were $1,000. And they're not even real Magic cards. And everybody was like, how dare you do this? How could you do this? None of us can afford this. I don't think they want to buy them anyways. They have zero value. They might have value, but they have no actual real logistical gameplay. They're not real cards. And then the new set came out just afterwards, and it's been selling like crazy. The Magic nerds are always going to buy Magic cards as long as they keep pumping out stuff they want, and they're not slowing down. It's a $1 billion company.
And
this year they made $1 billion, Magic the Gathering alone.
Their games, including Magic and fucking Power Rangers too, no doubt. So that's crazy. But yeah, dude, like they're not doing well, homie, and they just laid off a bunch of people. So honestly, if I had to take a wild guess, dude, bro, I think Magic's pretty much done for. Like maybe give it another year or two, but
it's done.
Thing is,
better buy up your cards now.
This, bro, okay, and I know this is so cliche, but when you go woke, you go broke, son. You go.
Did they go woke?
Yeah, they're pretty woke,
okay.
But they're definitely not broke. They're making crazy money. That's why they pushed the quartering out, because he was being a right-leaning, sniveling woman hater. And they're like, yeah, we don't want this here. Then he went on a tirade trying to expose Magic judges as being PDF files.
Of course.
But they like, don't we hire these guys? These guys all take a test to become judges all across the world. And sure, you're going to get some questionable people in the ranks from time to time. There's thousands and thousands of them that work for free. But Nicholas Rosa says all my Magic cards got lost in a storage unit.
Shit.
My sister's got a friend who picks storage units, and like a month ago they opened up one and they paid like $190 for the storage unit, and there's probably like $10,000 worth of Magic cards in it.
Jesus Christ.
Score.
People don't want politics in their fucking games. And I started seeing it in that shit too, bro. You could just tell the SJWism was starting to reek in that game. And some of the shit, I have to say, is pretty fucking hilarious, dude. Oh, man, the artwork on some of this fucking... I don't know, dude. Just like... I'm trying to think of an example, but like, I don't fucking know, bro. Like...
You can't think of an example?
A race of someone you wouldn't typically think of, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking... Again, bro, I'm not trying to like be racist here, but I mean...
You don't even need to try. Like, you're so naturally racist.
Not trying to be racist here, but I can't believe in a game where a black girl is a wizard, okay? Like, I understand there's goblins, and there's orcs, and there's ghosts, and there's dragons, but a black girl is a wizard. Suspension of disbelief ruined.
What he says here is so stupid, too.
For example, you know, someone who's black in a fucking, you know, goddamn European country.
It takes place in like a fantasy world, right? It doesn't take place in Europe.
Yeah, and even if it did, there were black people in European countries.
There were very few at one point in time.
Well, they were there was a history of them there.
Yeah.
Holding a sword, okay? You know, you didn't see that back in the day. All right, and I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just...
So it's not like a historical thing.
They've never had a Magic the Gathering set on Earth. So, yeah, I don't think it applies. In a world where there's fairies and elves and all types of other BS, I'm pretty sure they can have all sorts of people of color in the role of a knight or a wizard or a druid or whatever the hell you want.
It doesn't take place in Europe.
Saying that culturally that does not make sense, but you know they have to do it to appeal to the purple hairs and all that dumb bullshit. But anyways, guys, not really a long video.
This isn't a new thing, too. Like, I used to read the Dragonlance books, and those were published by TSR, like the original D&D company.
Yeah.
And there were people of all sorts of skin colors in
Nico
the fictional world that it took place in.
Yeah, there's non-binary characters, they, them, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. And there's like thousands and thousands of characters. There's lesbian characters. I think there's gay characters. I don't know. There's all types of stuff.
I just wanted to say rest in
cares?
peace, Magic the Gathering, because I can tell this game is on its way out.
It's not. It's owned by Hasbro, too. Like, they're not going out of business, so I don't know what you think's going to happen.
It made $1 billion this year, and they do all their product lineups 2 years in advance. And if they somehow screwed up so bad that in 2 years people didn't want to buy, they would just fix the problem and keep selling it. The Magic has ups and downs. It's been around for 30 years, but it's as strong as ever right now. It's like it's Jared though. Jared's calling the shot here. This is classic Jared.
Jared's like, I
shit.
don't like this thing anymore. Therefore, it sucks now, and it's going to be gone soon.
Urban Mask says Magic's actually seeing a renaissance. How can someone's instincts be so bad and survive this long? Look at him. He lives in his parents' house. He's barely surviving.
You can't even see the carpet in his bedroom. Like, his bedroom floor is covered in trash, and he's only been living there for like 3 years. This isn't his old place, so he moved in here and recreated like the trash-covered room in a totally new room.
Jocular Jellyfish says, I'm buying stock now since Jared said it will be gone. Hasbro stock definitely took a dip.
Of course, everything did. So,
but I'm pretty sure it's gone back up almost since the dip when they were getting the downgrade from everybody's opinion on it, the big public opinion. It's at about $60 right now. like 58, 61.
Like the dip that Tesla saw, Tesla stock is starting to see like in the last month, it's gone back up the entire month.
Yeah.
So like the bad press, the bad PR from his Twitter bullshit that he was pulling,
there
like
was an
dipped the stock.
governor of Roman-controlled England in the year 139.
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah, Hasbro was at 81 about 5 months ago.
Though I watched a random video on YouTube that says magic is failing, that means it's dead. Goddamn brain dead idiot who admitted all his trash is in one side of his room.
Now,
sure, he totally doesn't live in a hoard house.
I do want to I want to clarify. Yeah, like a lot of the Mediterranean countries in Europe saw more black people from Africa because it was just like right across the Mediterranean Sea. But then like people up in England and like in Sweden or like Scandinavia, they didn't see as many. Even today, like I remember we had a DP meetup in Europe and it was in Amsterdam, and people from Denmark and Sweden came down, and the girl from Denmark was like, in Amsterdam, she was like, I've never seen this many black people in my life. Like never this many ever. And I was like, that was just mind-blowing because in Amsterdam, there's not really that many.
When I used to wrestle in Canada with Scott, one of the guys there was like, dude, I live in Canada. I've never seen a black person.
I can believe that in some places.
And I'm like, dude, the guy who owns the gym we're wrestling in is black.
Oh.
And he was like, oh, I guess I didn't think of that. He's like, he knows the fucking guy. It's just, it's weird.
Well, that's very weird.
It's very weird.
That's very weird.
I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah. I'd believe it more if someone from Denmark said that because it's very different. If you don't live like in the city there, you probably wouldn't normally see one.
It is a fun fucking game though. I mean, maybe, I don't know, dude. Like maybe something better will come along, but I just don't see good things for this game. And you know, unless maybe Hasbro sells Magic to a different company. Maybe
see what Jared's doing is there's a lot of Doom content creators that are the meta right now is to hate Magic and hate D&D and hate Wizards of the Coast for a lot of the stuff they're doing, and it's getting a lot of views, a lot of hate views, a lot of anger views. So he's just spitting off stuff he's seen on his YouTube recommended page right now.
That's pretty much all he does.
Yeah,
and it's all negative, like shitting on stuff.
I heard Camelot got banned or like
from Twitter,
a check on, or like a strike on Twitter or something. I don't know if it was a ban or what.
Or was it YouTube?
It was Twitter because of the Eliza Blue girl who's
I don't even know
been
who that
figureheading a movement against human trafficking, and people are calling her out, saying that she's not legit and that she's using. She's like false flagging her human trafficking, and she's just been she's like friends with Elon. So like Brittany Venti got banned.
Yeah, I heard about
got
her
banned
too.
And I guess Camelot most recently. It's like they're just getting knocked down.
Yeah.
Bro, shit, you know, fucking Hasbro. Like, what the fuck is Hasbro, anyways? And they used to make like board games.
They make all kinds of what would be considered toys, and back in the early days, most video games were marketed as either toys or like Nintendo was marketed as a toy, like, you know, with the robot and everything. So,
anyways, I'm kind of tripping over here, but yeah, dude, Magic the fucking Gathering, rest in peace. I used to play Friday Night Magic back in the day. I'll just tell
like it just went out of business.
Yeah. When I was in fucking like college, I think.
When you were in college, come on, dude.
Did he go to college?
This is the first time. I mean, anybody can go to college.
I wouldn't be surprised if his parents paid him to go to college, and this is where
he didn't graduate.
He didn't do anything with it. If he did, like you can go to college.
He probably flunked out of a class, and then
he probably quit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 22, 23, I started playing Magic the Gathering tournaments.
If he doesn't have the discipline, because he said working at fucking Jack in the Box nearly killed him. If he can't handle working at Jack in the Box, he does not have the discipline to like pass classes and write papers and all that shit.
And man, that was a lot of fun. You know, that was back when people went outside, when they actually had events like Friday Night Magic. I don't think they have that shit anymore.
They do.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna assume something and not even look it up.
Which is really sad and depressing, but I used to do that, and I used to do booster drafts. So
Oh.
Yeah, and you know what, man? Like, I'm just gonna try to do, some fucking magic videos myself. I might do like a tutorial or some bullshit.
So now he's gonna do magic content, even though he just said it was dying.
It's Jared. He starts one way, and by the end of the video, he's on the opposite end of it.
You got to admit, though, it made you laugh.
Magic is dead, so I'm gonna start, making magic content.
What a buffoon.
But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I just wanted to say too, like, don't be
he always like ends it and then keeps
intimidated
going.
by magic. It's really not a hard game, bro. I've had people tell me like it looks too complicated. Bitch, it's not. Trust me. Every ability on each card, it tells you what it does. If my ass can play it, trust me, you can play it too.
That does say a lot. That's the truest thing he said. Assuming he actually does know how to play it and doesn't just think
little
he
kids
can.
play it like it's
I could have sworn the Carrie Marie Diem leak said that Jared dropped out of high school. Jared is always changing his own story, just like how he contradicts himself within the same sentence.
Maybe the Jack in the Box he worked at was on a college campus.
I want to point out little kids also know how to use OBS and Jared doesn't. So,
But Jared,
anyways, guys,
is a big fan of little kids.
Guys, take care.
They're his intellectual superiors.
Somebody earlier said Nick Fuentes had potential.
For what?
He was wasted potential. I think it was Nistia said that. Last night I was talking with somebody, and when you're in your 30s, you no longer have potential. You have a chance.
You know what his potential was? He's wasting it. His potential was as a cum dumpster, but because he believes in all this stupid Catholic bullshit, he won't find his true calling.
I think it would make him happy. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It probably is why he believes in the Catholic stuff.
Well, I mean, I think he was raised in it. Some people hold on to that shit. Like, I'm really surprised. Sometimes on social media, I'll see people I went to high school with, and they're all like super devout Catholic. I'm like, whoa. Even now that you're an adult, you still believe that shit? So, yeah.
Goldie Fawn says, Billy, that's sad you think like that. What, potential?
I'll be right back.
Potential is for people in their 20s. When you're in your 30s, you got a chance at that point. That's not sad. That's just a fact. When you're like, if you're talking about somebody, like if Jared has so much potential, no. I don't think anybody would say that anyways. But it's like, at this point, you got a chance, dude. Potential is a young man's game. If you're in your 30s, potential is out the window. It's realistic right there. Everybody's got a chance. You could be 94 years old and do something amazing, right? But the potential train's left. The potential train is done. But potential is so condescending anyways. You have so much potential. Potential don't buy nothing. Potential don't mean nothing. What you're telling me is you're kind of a fuck up. You could have done better with your life. You heard me? But that's just what I'm saying. That's just what I'm saying. Bubba Husky looked after his grandparents who adopted your brother and you and got a $400,000 crib out of it. That's like what really life should be about, right? Take care of your grandparents so they give you your house. Because you can't afford to buy a house anymore. You have to just wait for your grandparents to give you one.
All right.
That's the big push right now for the Zoomers, is that they will own nothing and they will be happy. They'll be happy to have no ownership. That's what they're selling. The American dream used to be what, a chicken in every pot and a car in every garage. Now they're just like, you don't need a garage. You don't need a car. We're going to give you a rental agreement. You're going to be able to get a car service. You don't need ownership. You don't need to pass anything down to your kids or your kids' kids. But
We'll come back to antagonism later. We know it's a Saturday show, so, I do encourage everyone to start a tip train, though. Let's get the tip train rolling. Rolling.
Cheech Wizard's about to get a $900,000 house. Lit.
You're also going to want, for anyone who missed this earlier, you're going to want to subscribe to the audio version of the show. I linked a few platforms like Apple Podcasts or Spotify in the description below, but we're pretty much searchable on any podcast app. We reviewed the last 24 minutes of the Royal Rumble live before we went live, and that will be available on our audio version of the show. So you should go in and search it up on your phone right now and just put on automatic downloads. Make sure every episode gets downloaded and played on your mobile device. And it helps us out a lot because unlike YouTube, all of those shows get monetized and the views, like, they pay towards the show. And YouTube, it's so, like, up to their broken system whether or not we get ads and, like, monetized. Over there, it's monetized every time. It's a way better system. Because they realize advertisers want to advertise on our show, and YouTube just assumes certain things. So it's trash. All right. We're going to check out Oddities.
Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear.
God damn it.
Lots of cool stuff going on with Cobes lately.
Has he got through all that butter yet?
Here's the Boglum Chronicles video that Boglum Chronicles was talking about the last time they were in our chat.
I want to start using all the cool keywords like lit, YOLO, swag, and Riz.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
I think that's a complete sentence. Period.
I think you said trigger.
Started following DP with the audio version, and it wasn't until last year I started watching live on the regular.
Really?
Interesting.
What up, YouTube? Oh, you better not be late for your own stream and show up with a drink.
Yeah, YouTube does not trust us enough to normally put ads during the live version, which sucks because we get so many views, so we don't get paid ad revenue for any. But I've seen other channels when they're streaming live, YouTube just gives it to them, and you'll get ads and they'll get ad revenue. We usually have to wait like 12 hours, and then it gets approved. That's why I'm going to start getting the audio version uploaded almost right after the show.
That's why we have the greatest fans in the game.
They're amazing.
Cobra, you fucker. Shout out to Jerry Blake, who said, if you can finish this entire bottle of Fletchman's and mix it, drink it all on stream, I'll give you $100. And I'm like, okay. Let's see if he's legit. Because I'm a man of my word. He said you have to open it on stream and drink the entire thing. So
yeah, we started watching this, but then I was like, let's see Boglum Chronicles edit of it because it's going to be better.
This I can do. This isn't going to kill me. Trust me. This I got the liver of a fucking rock star. This isn't going to kill me.
There's quite a few rock stars that died young from drinking.
Zombie's favorite vodka, Fleischmann's. Anyone? Okay.
But the Rolling Stones are still kicking.
A few of the Rolling Stones have died.
So thank you, Jerry Blake, for your generosity.
But the band, yeah, with some of the original members.
I can certainly use a drink. It's after 5 o'clock. So we'll be drinking Mountain Dew and Fleischmann's vodka. We'll call it a green zombie. How's that sound?
That's most definitely what's up, Tubes.
It's the autistic Aussie. Check out that tactical soap.
The autistic Ozzy.
Coupon code King Cobra. Get yourself some of that deodorant, their body butter.
Ozzy Osbourne.
One of the Rolling Stones is a member of the 27 Club. He was like the singer and lead guitar player for the Rolling Stones in the 60s.
I wasn't talking about him.
Yeah. Oil and their
Brian
amazing soap and
Jones.
cologne. Bitch and cool.
Yeah, Keith Richards is a fucking machine.
Woo. So I'll do my best to drink this entire thing on stream for Jake. Or for Jerry Blake, I mean.
For Jerry Blake.
He's just mixing the two together. He's shipping the first name and the last name.
No, that's the thing of it, man. That's just...
Okay, someone has to train Cobes to clarify the drinking age in every country that might be watching. Because we can't have this 21 and up when Canadians could be watching and drinking at 19 or 18, depending on their province.
He wants them to wait till they're 21, though.
Oh, man. Well, Cobes, you are... Like someone needs to inform Cobes of this.
This isn't a world law. This is the law of Boglum.
The Boglum law is inconsistent.
How it is.
The
Like, if
Boglum
I
law is
become super
21 and
famous
up.
as a musician, to the point where I'm doing world tours and shit, all these deathbed tapes that I've been making are going to become collectibles. The kids should be kept safe, and anyone who tries anything disgusting should have their dick chopped off, in my opinion. No surprise here, but my favorite character in Aladdin, of course, was Jafar, that Cobra staff be pimping.
Cobra
God.
should get a
That
staff.
vodka got a little bite to it. Mr. Jerry Blake said, if you drink this entire thing on stream...
VCM, and he did a video about how he was going to go on some podcast called Drunken Peasants and argue with someone called The Amazing Atheist, and found the audio version. No idea it was on.
Can't believe you went that long not realizing it was on YouTube.
And where did he hear about it from?
VCM.
Vigilant Christian Mario?
Probably.
Huh.
Well, I don't know what VCM is.
That's what I think.
I'll give you $100. My challenge
Yeah, it's
accepted,
Vigilant Christian
friend.
Mario.
You send the liquor, and I'll make it quicker. It's not e-begging when you're offering a business exchange. You call me an e-beggar, it shows that you're fucking jealous, to be honest. Whew. Oh, God damn it smells like rubbing alcohol.
Just doing a little hell screech into the cup.
Appreciate you all tuning in to watch the stream.
He's drinking an entire bottle of alcohol for $100. So anybody who thinks his cutting down on drinking applies to this, obviously he's not while he's at work.
But my trolls apparently haven't got
Man,
that.
I wish
message
I
that
would've
their
come up with that
hatred
rule.
of me only makes me
You've
more
definitely
famous.
drank for
so,
work.
you know, that's
No,
kind of
I
my
mean, like
goal right
lately.
now.
I wish I would. Yeah, but then I decided to cut down on drinking, and that includes when I work too.
Yeah, you came up with that rule though. You definitely had that rule at one point.
I just think that I feel like if I truly want to cut down on drinking, it can't be done. Like there can be no exceptions except for like time I've predetermined ahead of time that I can drink, which I've decided is like twice a month.
Yeah, we all have our own set of ethics.
Sure.
Cobra drinking less obviously means when he's not drinking, that's when he could be drinking. So him not drinking at all means he's less of a drinker.
Become super
Because he could be drinking
famous,
24/7.
like bigger than the Biebs.
He would die.
Bigger than Mr. Beast, you know.
He probably is at the point where he'd get the shakes if he didn't drink for like 48 hours.
I never know. I look at his hand and the way he moves it sometimes. I don't know if it's shake or what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he likes to swirl around and then like I mean, I've like swirled like wine and I've sniffed wine, but I've never like peered into it like a looking glass like he does. I don't know what
Like the leprechaun did?
Yeah, he is the Boglum con.
Yeah, leprechaun is probably half leprechaun, half boglum.
The lepra Boglum.
You know, I kind of feel like since I've turned like 31, almost 32, that I've kind of matured a bit and kind of grown out of my obnoxiousness for the most part. You know, I don't know. despite being rejected by every chick
He always tells this story about every chick that's
that
rejected
I've
him.
liked since the 4th grade, I still try. I'm unapologetically myself. I'm not going to change my goth look for anyone or anything. If you don't like
It's not a goth look. It just really isn't.
Then fuck off. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly how I feel. And it's that raw alpha male confidence. But I'm like, I don't care if I got a little bit of a gut. I don't care if my fucking hair is thinning. I still try, dude. I still got confidence.
He does have confidence.
You know,
that's
I'm
for
trying
sure.
to cut down on my fucking drinking, but when one of my fans is like, hey, I'll pay you $100 to drink a whole thing of vodka on stream, I'm like, well, I kind of need the money, so yeah, okay, why not? And he said, hey, how big do you want the bottle? I said, nothing too severe because I don't want to get stupid.
This is still a good amount for one person. To
750 milliliters, a fifth, right?
Yeah.
This bottle is
That's the same size as like a normal bottle of wine.
plenty.
750
If I drink this
milliliters, but
entire
way
thing in
higher
one sitting,
alcohol.
I'm going to be feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's just a little schnockered. Cutting down on your drinking tends to do that to you. Your tolerance goes down just a wee bit. Fucking hate sickos.
Keep going. Keep going.
Ooh, my teeth are disgusting.
Yeah.
That's a smile.
Yeah. You gotta like
I need to
actually
take better care of them, I know.
Yeah, if you want to keep them. You only get 2 sets in your entire life, and the first set you only have for like 10, 14 years. They kind of come out like over time between you're like 8 and 14 years old.
Little jam sesh from the King Cub. Yeah, the only way to take care of those teeth now is to hold a open casket funeral for them. They're done.
I haven't had a fucking drink all day, dude. Excuse me. But now that's after 5 o'clock, you know.
Damn, he keeps
got
like
ourselves a
sneezing.
green zombie, which is a mixture of Fletchman's vodka.
Gross.
And of course, the good green stuff of Mountain Dew, not a sponsor. Mountain Dew is a
I
product.
loved Mountain Dew when I was a kid and like a teenager.
I think every young boy drank Mountain Dew like it was water.
I would drink crazy amounts of it. Yeah.
PepsiCo and not a sponsor. You know, being as Jafar is like my favorite Disney villain, I'm like, I want to grow a goatee out just like that. So I kind of got a Jafar goatee going.
You have his eyeliner too.
The only thing I didn't like about Jafar as a character was when he touched Jasmine without consent.
Well, he's a villain, right?
I saw that in the original Aladdin where he's just like, his long ass fingers are just like, and you see it touching her boobs without her consent, and she just gets up like, ah! And I'm like, nah, dude, that's like horrible.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to know Cobra's scum and villainy has its limits.
No, goddamn, dude. This here vodka is, whew.
Yeah, it's not even halfway gone.
It's doing what it's supposed to do. Fleischmann's vodka mixed with Mountain Dew. We're calling that a green zombie.
You ever had Pop Off? The like really cheap shit. It's like watered down.
Yeah, I know of it. I don't know if I've ever had it.
I used to, when I was under 21, I had a cousin that would buy me like cheap shit like that. I used to mix it with Mountain Dew back in the day. So it's gross.
Little green zombie.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's fucking after 5 o'clock. It's like 7:23 from what I can see from my. Nope,
Space Burrito says pop off.
Okay,
cured me of cheap
look
liquor.
at that real closely.
Yeah, well, you get rock gut bottom shelf liquor and it's so bad that you can no longer buy cheap liquor. That's when you know you've grown up a little bit.
Record label, or I win the lottery, I'll get hair plugs. And it won't be a fucking issue. And I won't be afraid to admit it. I'll be like, yeah, you know what? My hair is fake. I don't care. Fuck you. You know? We're going to continue the dream. Because that's what it's all about. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, this is definitely enough for someone who's trying to cut down on drinking and doing I certainly hope my internet doesn't crap out while I'm doing this. Oh, fucking hell.
Lots of gas. That's a whole stream of burps right there.
Hey, sickos.
It's all that Mountain Dew. And he's like, I hate sickos. It's almost like a tick at this point. Because he's not even talking about sickos. He's just burping. He did it earlier when he was pouring the drink. It's almost like a tick he's developed now. I hate sickos. It's kind of weird. I fucking hate sickos.
Oh, fuck me. I farted.
Fuck me. I
farted. Fucking hell. That smells nasty.
He's an actor. He's going through all the greatest bits. Burp, burp. I hate sickos. Fart. Oh, that smells nasty. He's just doing a routine.
Yeah.
You know the best part about living up at the...
Yuck.
The best part about living up where I live is this apartment complex is very dog friendly.
Okay. You don't have a dog, hopefully.
But he's got the smell of dog shit pouring out of his trousers right now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much his place smells.
So if I go out for a cigarette or if I go outside to paint one of my wands, my neighbors will come out and walk their dogs to take a shit. And it's beautiful how dog friendly the apartment complex I live in really is.
So he's saying he enjoys watching dogs take shit
after he farted. Yeah, he went from fart to thinking of dog shitting.
And it's like a perk of living at the apartment complex that he lives at.
He's a genius comedian. This is the new Seinfeld right here. I hate sickos. That would be the King Cobra sitcom. He moves into an apartment complex like Three's Company, but he's living with two sickos that are hot of age women.
Single cam or multi-cam?
It's a multicam sitcom.
So traditional sitcom laugh tracks.
He's just like John Ritter's character living with these two
8 Simple Rules. Oh no, Three's Company.
Yeah, Three's Company.
Okay.
These two hot women that are of age, all his things except they're sickos. So it's like he wants them, but he also hates them.
So
that's the show.
That's the stuff. Woo! I'm gonna tell you what. It's after 5 o'clock, and this is no. Fuck me.
The hiccups. His body is failing him halfway through this fit.
It must be the Mountain Dew. I wonder if he has like GERD or something.
The burps.
He might have acid reflux.
Like, oh, hey, look at me.
Has he ever made lasagna before?
I don't remember.
Man, somebody needs to request a Cobra lasagna.
He messes it up so much it almost can't even be called what he was calling it anymore. And when he was making those ribs, he was so wasted that he kept calling them wings. So he was cooking them and like forgetting what they were at the same time.
I play guitar.
Wow.
Fucking alcohol goes right through you, man. Woo! It's empty. We can fix that.
It hasn't moved since the last time he showed it. So let's see.
Yeah, he poured himself the cup, right?
Oh my God. Oh my! Is he just gonna
over half? Right, he's about to go half.
Oh my god!
Half and half on it.
Dude, is he just gonna drink it straight up?
No, he's gonna top it with some Mountain Dew. You can see the cup is
the brands.
not full.
He more than halfway, right?
Yeah, and then he'll do the rest with Mountain Dew.
With a splash of Mountain Dew.
Not a sponsor.
He's probably going to overflow it.
That full flavor Mountain Dew doesn't need to be the key component. It's like 2 parts vodka, 1 part Mountain Dew.
Freshman's vodka, and some delicious Mountain Dew.
Oh, Cobra casserole.
Oh, goddamn. We got ourselves a green zombie because that's what it's called. When you mix Fleshman's vodka with the Mountain Dew. Fleshman's. Okay, why the fuck does King Cobra JFS have 50,000 subscribers? Oh, shit.
Because you're a sexy gothic bad boy, obviously.
What the fuck makes him so special?
Threes, what's up, Tubes?
A lot of my fans want to see me clean up my act.
Not really. I don't think that's the case. I think most of your fans are a fan of what is going on right now.
But they definitely want to tell him to clean up his act while they want him not to clean up his act.
Of course.
They're like, yeah, you're totally, there's so much for not drinking as much.
Of course.
Cobra.
They want to watch him fail so they can talk shit to him about failing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very simple-minded people. The brilliance of Cobra is lost on them.
But he doesn't understand that those are his fans. He thinks those are his trolls.
And I'm over here even I personally feel like I drink too much sometimes. So it's like, hey, you know what? You have a small amount to your name. Oh, my fucking God. Who the fuck? I don't want to cause any fucking drama for the record. Yeah.
If this is the butter, we've watched most of this.
Yeah,
so I'll skip
Crundle the
that.
Great says Cobra lives close to me. I look for him constantly. I believe he's mythical. Dude, Crundle the Great. Let us sleep on your couch and we'll go Cobra hunting with you.
Because your money's tight and you got to squeeze a couple.
The guy who sent, or someone who claimed to be the guy who sent him the buttercups was in the comments of our last video, the promo video from yesterday.
Blocks together. That's why it's called Little Squeezers. It's working for your boy. I'm like, dude, Little Caesars is where it's at. You want to save a couple bucks? You want tasty pizza for the budget you're paying, and you want to save a couple bucks? Not a sponsor. But Little Caesars is where it's at, dude. Even if I've gotten bullied my entire life, even if I've been rejected by every chick I've liked since the 4th grade, that's the only thing I have to complain about my childhood. Then honestly, my childhood wasn't that bad.
Yep. Sounds good.
Excuse me. Whew. That's what's left.
That's about where he stopped, right? Because he had that the next day.
He had that much. He did have some left over the next day.
Check out this
for sure.
Little squeezers. When your money is tight and you got to squeeze a couple of bucks to make a pizza happen, Little Caesars has got you covered.
Is it a sponsor though?
Okay, and sincerely, Little Caesars is not a sponsor.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
With Little Caesars because they are delicious and they are cheap.
In a
I'm
squeeze?
like, dude, I love pizza. I love making it. I love eating it.
I don't even think Little Caesars will let him put all the toppings on that he does at Domino's.
Fleshman's vodka.
They're like, dude, we're Little Caesars. We don't know how to put anything more than
vodka.
2 toppings on a pizza.
He would love mod pizza because he could just order all the toppings on it.
I don't know. if he would be able to eat a mod pizza with all the toppings on it. It's nuts how big they get when they put all the toppings on it. It's impossible.
Unless you get like the double crust, it's a thin crust pizza.
Yeah, you can double crust it. I seen a guy do it, and he couldn't even close the box when he got it. It was stacked with stuff.
That's crazy.
Much like Potter's. So, like, if you can't afford to, like, get smashed on pink champagne, you know, and you drink some, like, Fleshman's vodka mixed with Mountain Dew.
He would try, and he'd end up wearing a good portion of it.
Honestly, it tastes good. You know, I'm not complaining. I get a little bit bougie with my booze sometimes.
Hold on. That shit is not bougie, right? Fleshman's? How much is a fifth of Fleshman's?
I don't think Fleshman's is. I think he's talking about how he'll get the moonshine and stuff.
Oh.
He's talking about that's bougie, and this is him stepping back from his normal bouginess. He's slumming it up with Fleshman's.
I love pink champagne. It has nothing to do with my sexuality or who I am as a person.
Okay.
If anything, I'm very supportive of LGBTQ plus rights. You want to circle back to that shit.
Oh, thank you. As long as you're not a sicko, though, right?
Yeah.
It's too much
Cutting
vodka.
down on my drinking is just like, yeah, it tastes good. This drink combo, the feeling that I'm getting right now, it feels good, but it's just like, I don't want to do it. You know? Trying to cut down on my drinking, and it, honestly, oh, fuck. I'm sorry, I have body image disorder issues. A lot of people are going to tell me things like, it's all in your head, Cobra. You're not fat.
People
and
tell
I'm
him
like,
that?
You know what? Yes, I am, and I accept
I've only ever
it.
seen him talk about how muscular he was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say people tell me that's all in my head. I'm not muscular, but then he said fat, and I'm like, oh, you sometimes think that you're fat?
He's skinny fat. He's skinny fat. He's not like super fat. He just got
go
like
ahead,
a chubby gut.
Take it in. Take it in.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like super fat, but he does got a chubby gut.
There, look at that. Kind of relax my gut.
Does he have like a bald patch on his gut?
There we go.
I think it's just the side.
Oh, yeah. It was just like the lighting.
Yeah, a lot of people are throwing up right now. Go ahead, let it out.
Yeah, whatever.
You're like, ugh, throw up emojis. But like, I can't believe I just witnessed. You'll find a fucking woman who's just like, your dick's big enough for her and she's happy with it. You know, that's kind of how dating works.
Is that how it works?
Woo-hoo! Okay, you know what? I want to sit you right there so you don't move anywhere. You stay right there.
Stay, pizza. Stay.
I'm like, if it was up to me, I would legalize every drug on the planet except crystal meth and heroin, and I would tax the fuck out of it.
Why just not
and
those
regulate it. I would legalize prostitution on top of it for 21 and up.
But then your bank account would be even more in the negative all the time.
Both to receive it and to get it.
Of course. You can't have it legal if one side of it's still illegal.
I think he's saying 21 and up for the ages to do it.
Oh, well, whatever. Okay, then I misunderstood.
And it's like, you know what? Human beings crave sex, drugs, and a good time, and
He's
just want to be accepted.
Spit drooling.
So as long as you
It's
ain't a
just crawling
sicko,
down
who
his
gives a
beard.
shit?
This is drunk drool? What is this? Who does this?
Woo! I'm feeling a little obnoxious right now, so don't mind me.
This was
Don't mind me in
his
the
after his
slightest.
garlic buttercup meltdown.
Kids do
that he
not
had.
need some shitty VR headset to create a world of pretend. I often did that when I was a kid. You know, I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z.
He's letting this thing live on that beard.
And being the hugest fan of Harry Potter. So whenever I play pretend games when I was a kid, I'd pretend that I was the hero of the story, and then I would save and protect all the ladies and get all the chicks and fucking save the day kind of thing.
You know, I'd protect the ladies as long as I had all of them.
We're all psychotic
as my reward for protecting them.
Way, YouTube. I'm like, honey, age is only a state of mind. I find myself saying that a lot.
Isn't that an R. Kelly album or something?
Age is Just a Number was Aaliyah written by R. Kelly when they got married, probably before she was 16.
Yeah.
She was definitely married to him at 16, but she might have lied about her age and was even younger when she married him. Cobes would probably make a really good Waffle House
That might sound
cook.
kind of controversial to say, especially in today's society, but if people relate
If Cobes
to
got a
that,
job at Waffle House, I guarantee you he would have sex with one of the waitresses.
He'd mix up the teas.
I guarantee you. You think they would? He wouldn't be in charge of the teas. That's a waitress job, right?
Just like, you know
I don't
what
think
about
he cooks like shit.
He'd
though.
be cooking. He'd be grilling.
He would not keep his job cooking the way
He'd keep trying to sneak Doritos into it.
It wouldn't fly.
that I'm doing something right. Here's where it's at, bud. I'm working on it. Yeah! Frying my brain cells on... I'm terrible sometimes.
Is he sniffing cologne?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that's been his new
Derek.
gig. Is the
So he's a
cologne-
huffer.
Yeah.
It's another knock at the door.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who the fuck that is, so I'm not going to answer it.
He said that about the
buttercups, right?
Right now I'm in the middle of a fucking live stream, so I want to finish that.
I thought we already skipped the
And
buttercups
to the
part.
person who's knocking on my door, I don't
Maybe it
mean
was the
to be
Little Caesars that was
offensive.
delivered earlier.
Okay.
Oh my fucking
That was the
God.
cheese sticks. Okay.
Oh, it wouldn't hurt to see who it is.
Why do you build me up?
Oh, please.
All right. I'm
Buttercup
skipping the
baby,
I
just
swear
to
to
break
you
my
right
heart.
now. I'm so fucking jealous that Cobra gets free alcohol from his fans to do some crazy bullshit challenge.
This is just like a Mr. Beast
Like,
challenge.
oh, hey, Cobra. Jake says if you drink this entire bottle of alcohol...
It's Jerry Blake, by the way.
Yeah, that is weird. Is he like dyslexic?
On
He's
camera,
drunk
we'll
and
give
not
you
remembering his whole name.
$100.
I thought he wasn't drunk yet at first when he said his name.
Earlier,
like
he
that.
said Jerry Blake first, but then he was drinking. He said Jake, and then he corrected himself.
Oh.
And here he's
And
just
my
stuck on Jake.
trolls are so fucking jealous of that kind of loyalty. They're like, okay, hey, I get to make $100. Oh, hey, Cobra, we know you're a fat, autistic, alcoholic piece of shit who loves smothering his fucking shitty pizza and garlic butter.
Yes.
So you know what we're gonna do?
Yeah, we watched this part, so let's see what he...
My trolls can't handle the fact that I'm friends with Ellen's parents and it has nothing to do with her. They gotta insert some bullshit interior motive against it.
That
You go
interior
fuck
motive?
yourself.
Interior motive.
Yeah.
The idea of Cobra being happy because I get to go hang out with Walt and Angie, or like, oh hey, I get my tactical soap, or
It's
hey,
obviously what the case is. The audience is projecting. They think Cobra's a sicko because the only reason they would hang out with Walt and Angie is if they were going to tag team Walt and Angie.
I saw
The chat's all sickos over there.
I saw a question in the fan chat, who is Ellen? Ellen is a girl around Cobra's age that Cobra has a crush on, that's not interested in him, and Cobra befriended her parents, who seem to be like very low income.
He brings them food and stuff to hang out.
He hangs out at their house.
Brings them beers
She's
and
not
stuff.
normally around when they're hanging out, and the reason we know this is because he live streams when they hang out, and usually all hell breaks loose, and like her parents its phone number gets leaked somehow and people start calling it and all sorts of crazy shit. And they react to it in a way that would just encourage it to keep happening.
Ozzy Osbourne released a new album. Or, hey, Cradle of Filth, Danny Filth gave you a shout-out.
Classic.
They can't handle it, dude. Anytime I'm happy in life, my trolls are miserable.
Did he just, like, spit a loogie into his own drink?
Yeah.
I fucking hate sickos.
Drooling and spitting and dripping.
I love Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of fucking Darkness, you know. How the fuck can we call King Cobra a sicko, even though it's so obvious Cobra hates sickos more than he loves cobras? Never mind how desperate it makes us look for attention. Never mind the fact how it makes my trolls look like sickos themselves and how they're projecting their insecurities onto Cobra. Like, Cobra, you need to get laid, you fucking sicko. And I'm over here like, wow, your life is fucking sadder than mine. And I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Like, oh my God, we're going to send Cobra a fucking pack of Domino's box full of nothing but garlic butter. Hoping he'll freak out on camera and have an autistic freak out.
You did.
And when it doesn't work and he just bitch slaps.
You're kind of still freaking out about it.
With it. I tend to think, hey man, Cobra's pretty legendary. What the fuck are you doing with your life?
I tend to think, hey man, Cobra's pretty legendary.
He's
mythical. And me getting arrested for being drunk in public and making an ass of myself and having it dropped because the cop that arrested me was just like, this guy's autistic.
Your Honor, I made a mistake when I arrested this drunken gentleman. He's autistic.
That's the get out of jail free card.
You know, I
like it's just like Monopoly.
Myself extremely lucky that I've only gotten a very mild taste of what it could have been, and that drinking alcohol until I'm drunk isn't going to magically make my almost 6-year dry spell end magically. Ever since I turned old enough to drink alcohol 21 and up, my limit has been 4 drinks minimum.
His dry spell is not going to end hanging out here. His dry spell isn't going to end at Angie and Walt's house. He needs to get out more, even if it's just like in his area. Like he would need to like get out there more.
Get a job at the Waffle House.
Huh? Is there a Waffle House there?
I don't know. Waffle House is all over the East Coast. I don't know where it starts coming in the West. I don't remember seeing any in Wyoming.
I am drinking to be social and just to relax and enjoy people's company. I will casually sip on 4 drinks or less. All of a sudden, your kid's coming home from school like, guess what I learned in school today? And they're full of energy and just full of carefree kid spirit. Fuck pedophiles. I'm like, when I was a kid, nobody
The closest Waffle House to us is in Denver. And then the second closest one to us is in either Arizona or Santa Fe, New Mexico. Or it might be Albuquerque. I think it's at Albuquerque, actually. Yeah, and then, then once you get to, Texas...
420 twin.
Once you get to Texas, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're just... Every freeway exit seems to have
a job
Waffle
you
House
say?
out there.
Cobes would probably change the Waffle House recipes. There's nothing like Doritos waffles at 8 a.m.
I bet you Doritos waffles wouldn't be that bad.
From the looks of this, most of the Waffle Houses are in, the southeast.
Yeah.
Alabama and Mississippi. Looks like Mississippi has, a shitload
If there's any angel investors out there, I want to start a chain of restaurants called Awful House, where the fighting is staged and it's part of like when you go to a Venezuelan restaurant, they do a tango dancing thing. One of those gimmicks, Argentina with the dancing. Instead, there's guys come in and fight at Waffle House because you love the fights at Waffle House.
Shit about that. You know, my fucking YouTube trolls who are messaging Ozzy Osbourne being like, you better not sign King Cobra, boy. You know, the same stupid messages they send me. Like, Ozzy will do whatever the fuck he wants, regardless of anything.
Dan Kellogg says, like medieval times. It's Waffle House to be like desperate times.
Kayfabe Waffle House fights.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
What's he do? Oh, he's just filling the rest of the bottle with Mountain Dew.
Look at that.
How did he have some the next day?
Pretty, the Mountain Dew's green in the...
How did he have some the next day then?
Maybe this is from the next day?
No, like, look at that, Christmas colors.
Is it possible this is a
green
mashup between the two?
Normally it would say that because they were giving us timestamps
Ain't it
earlier.
Mountain
But...
Dew
Yeah, we
and
see
a
another
red
timestamp
lid.
and it's the same night. Had our facts twisted. A falafel house? It's like a Middle Eastern food fight.
You know, we never went to that Soup Nazi kitchen.
Yeah, I almost went the other day and then
It does sound good. And people in the comments were like, dude, you should go there. That sounds good.
I decided not to drive all the way to Everett, and I went and got a Cuban sandwich. It wasn't the best.
I know. I'm gonna send Cobra.
I'm gonna do medieval times, but you have to joust the guy. If you can beat him, your meal's free. It's medieval crisis.
There's so much liability linked to that.
It's lit.
A bunch of free garlic cups. Your account's in the negative again. You need to get a job. Oh, you sound just like my trolls. What's next? You're gonna tell me I need to get laid? Fuck you.
Huh?
The end of the stream had recording issues and only got the audio, but it was easily the most shocking. Uh-oh.
I got to feel what boobies feel like when I was in junior high.
Oh, we had the video for that.
And it was with
Yeah, that's weird because, I have the video. I still have it
Bottom
downloaded.
Chronicles. Grazie.
Yeah. Damn, Bottom Chronicles.
I want to let the soup Nazi guy cool down a little bit before I go there.
So he forgets?
Yeah, I don't want him to remember my voice.
Were you a racist? He was like, I don't really care, dude. I don't really care.
I don't really care.
Yeah, but
either
is
way.
the soup good? He's like, yeah.
I'm like, oh, well. That's good.
Yeah.
It's nice the soup's good. Bubba Husky said, I remember getting into a syrup drinking contest at Waffle House. I don't do maple syrup for a decade after that.
Oh, I thought he meant like scissor or something. So I have another Cobra video. It's a throwback. Remember when Cobra was talking about how he didn't have like a fart fetish?
Mm-hmm.
There's an old video of him getting turned on by farts, like, and admitting to it.
Hey Josh, have you seen that bullshit video someone made about you of D roasting you? No, I haven't seen it. Okay, so haters be making videos about me on YouTube trying to make fun of me. Watch me wash this with a straight face. You ready for this shit?
Me and Cobra are dating. We are not dating because I don't go out with posers.
So someone made this video, but people would go to her and like they would use like troll accounts to make her think it was actually Cobra saying stuff, and then they ask her questions like, oh, Cobra said you guys are dating. Are you dating? And she'd be like, I don't date posers.
Wow.
Look at him. He's all butthurt.
So I don't care if this hits you because you're nothing but a creep. And to be honest, you're not a goth. You're just an emo man kind of thing. Kind of abomination of it. You're not a goth.
Whoa.
Look at him. Look at him.
These eyes.
You turn off the comment section on every video because you can't take criticism.
Damn. Yeah, he does do that a lot. A lot of his streams will have the chat disabled.
Okay, this bitch doesn't understand why I have the comment sections turned off on my videos. Okay, Gothic D, let me ask you something. How would you feel if people are trying to release your address, release where you work? It's not that I can't take criticism, Gothic D. It's that people have cyber harassed me to the point where I cannot have comments on my videos. And you are talking about abomination. How the fuck do you have a job with those obnoxious, ugly piercings in your fucking face? Who the fuck made you queen of Gothland? Fucking narcissistic attitude that these fake poser goths have. Like, straight up.
When you do...
She didn't call him a queef. She called him a creep.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, creep.
Shout and you call everyone left, then that. You know, I don't really care that you've been doing it for like 10 years. Like, I mean, for someone who's doing it 10 years, why are you acting like a 12-year-old and lashing out at people?
The reason why I and how is that an insult? You're not even being original. You're just taking a looped thing from Family Guy, like this internet meme, and you're fucking acting.
I don't think she made that video.
It's stupid. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you want to fucking sit there and say that?
And I don't think that's from Family Guy either.
Yeah. It's just like a meme. I've seen it so many times.
When you have these obnoxiously hideous piercings in your fucking face, eyebrows shaved so fucking skinny that they might as well not be eyebrows at all. Like, you look like a stereotypical, oh, look at me, I'm from Europe, I'm the snooty, I know it all goth attitude, and it's just disgusting. You want to call me a creep? You goddamn right I'm a creep. I'm a creep and I make it look good.
Everybody thinks that she said queef because you prefaced this as a fart fetish video. So they're like, they have queef on the mind.
You'll see.
Creep. Is that supposed to hurt my little feelings? You act like I'm the first. You act like you're the first chick to call me a creep. Like, seriously, Gothic D, get off your fucking high horse. What the fuck is this?
Oh no! Is she gonna shit? Are those pants made of?
Look at them.
She's just wearing garbage bags for pants to catch all that loose shit flying out of her ass.
Gothic D responds to trolls and King Cobra translated, and wow, that was kind of sexy. Hell. Oh yeah, thanks Gothic D. You know what? I want to give her a shout out on YouTube because that was a pretty sexy fart. Gothic D responds to trolls in King Cobra, translated and plus condensed. So some chick's just ripping ass to respond to me? Huh. That's kind of sexy, I'm not gonna lie. She's just sitting there fucking in these tiny ass black pants like, like, you might have stained your Asperger's there. So, wow. Like, this hot ass goth chick just farts for me on camera. See,
so he denied having a fart fetish, but he's talking about it like he does.
I have to wonder if there's a troll paying her to do all this, because I'm finding it seriously hard to believe that this goth chick is this obsessed with me. She claims to be taken, but every time I make a fucking video responding to her shit, she makes one right back. I'm gonna watch the Gothic
obvious flirting, Cobes. She's obviously flirting.
And pretend like I'm jacking off to it, but I'm not really gonna do it. Just to be a smart ass. It's a troll video, my man.
Now he's gonna try and play it off like he meant, like he was just playing this whole time.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm not stupid. You thought I was gonna do that for a second, didn't you? No.
You thought he was really gonna jerk off to her farting, didn't you?
Yeah. So I thought that was entertaining.
You can see the reflection of her bent over farting in his glasses as he rewound it to play the fart again. Jaw agape.
Yeah, he loves that shit.
Just some gyoza and harumaki. I want to go to San Francisco. They have this restaurant that has Wagyu beef gyoza. I want the Wagyu beef gyoza. They got a Maine lobster shumai. Looks very good. Want to have $180 dim sum in San Francisco.
Jesus.
Who wants to drive down to San Francisco for dim sum?
There's no way you could play rhythm guitar behind guitar playing like this.
He's whammy jamming. Wow. The rock and roll has no rules in Cobreville.
Damn, am I going to get content ID claimed for Van Halen?
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound like he's in tune. It's all just nonsense. And then he can do some tapping. This is like the best thing that he does out of like all the stuff he does on the guitar.
Cobes might know how to properly tune a guitar and chooses to improperly tune it as a style choice. He seems to want to mess up everything he does. It's like a style thing. That hat is a style. He's like, oh, this hat, let's mess it up. This food, let's mess it up.
He might just let it go out of tune and choose not to tune it too, or maybe he'd like.
He calls it spooky tuning. Yeah. I believe that.
How fast can Cobra play the guitar? Let's find out.
It's like seasoning
It's
the
like,
guitar.
can Cobra play the guitar? Let's find out.
I've been practicing for off camera for a bit, so I'm a little tired on the hand.
Someone should get him a slide. I want to hear him play with a slide. That'd be hilarious. Okay. Jesus Christ. What nonsense.
What a badass.
Yeah, Joe Blow. Sexy gothic badass. With spooky tuning.
Someone sent in a whole compilation of that one guy that was like, first he was running for president, and then he was running for something in Florida. You'll recognize him when you see him. This is like a long compilation.
I'm Howard Nepper, and I approve this message. My name is Howard Nepper, and I am running for the President of the United States. I am speaking to you today
Remember
from my
this guy?
corporate offices in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, I made a sick
Hello,
joke
Mike.
when I said that he was only in this position because of his father. And it was nepotism.
My name is Howard Nepper, and I'm a Republican running for the United States Senate for the state of Florida. Hello, my name is Howard Nepper, and I'm a Republican running for the United States. My name is Howard Nepper, and I'm running for United States Congress for my...
So he's done president, he's done Senate, and here he's doing Congress.
Any day.
I should help him with his campaign. I got a great campaign slogan for Howard Nepper.
What is it?
Nepper, say never.
Florida, from District 20 in the world. We have to make sure that our environment is taken care of, that we have creation of jobs, that our Social Security for our elders are not privatized. We have to make sure that our infrastructure is taken care of. There are numerous issues that I am passionate. We have to make sure Social Security is strong.
And look, he hired some woman to like sit there and pretend to interview him.
elderly are taken care of. The people coming out of college are not having.
She probably works for some local TV show.
He could have found her like on Instagram or something. Like literally, who knows? Or he might even just have already known her. Look, this is like his press release. Like he's got all of his socials and phone numbers and shit.
Wrapped around their neck with debt. We have to forgive that debt. We have to make sure that we have a health care system
she's like looking
that continues
off,
to
like
have
she's
pre-existing
bored.
conditions. If it's replaced, we have to have pre-existing conditions. We have to make sure our environment is taken care of.
I switch over party lines on every single issue
She's
that
an
I feel
escort.
passionate about.
Brian
If I
Field says. She's
Okay.
like, when am I going to suck it so I can get out of here?
My party is taking the right approach to that issue. I'm a self-funded candidate. It means that I can't be bought by any special interest group.
I love my party. I also believe in reaching out to the Democratic Party. I believe in bringing people together. That's been my success.
I like how
my
they're
whole
sitting
life.
on a dock
But I don't
somewhere.
have to
Yeah,
leave
somebody's
my
going to run up and just drop kick him into the water.
It almost looks like he's just hovering over the water, but I think he's on like a stool.
That's the lifeguard's chair.
Republican Party because of corruption at a higher level. All the congressmen that are in the Senate right now,
That's a
and in the
small
House of
stool. If
Representatives,
it
like to
breaks and he
serve
falls in,
and serve their
he's so
constituents.
happy.
And I want to be in the Republican Party more than ever. Now, if something was done wrong, we have to weed them out, and justice will prevail. But everybody is innocent till proven guilty. But we cannot.
That must be so crazy to be someone who's like been running for office and losing for over a decade.
This in the Republican Party or the Democratic Party.
And pay for
and if it's
it.
happened in both parties, then the Justice Department, the FBI, and the special prosecutor, if he's appointed, knows exactly what to do. But the American people expect the job to be done in Washington, while the veterans, Social Security, jobs, the tuition.
You can really hear the water in his microphone.
Yep, and she has not said one thing. She's just holding like a binder or like a folder and just listening to him rattle on like whatever.
Healthcare, national security, that's important to the American people. Not having congressmen across the street in a boiler room raising money for the upper.
I think she's pissed that she paid to get her hair done, and she's sitting this close to the fucking wind water. It's blowing her shit out.
Republican leaders, so they can sit back and continue to put that money into candidates of their choices. It's absolutely, I don't even have a word for it, but it's absolutely really disgusting.
Racists in this country cannot be tolerated. It can't be part of our country.
Now, if you don't like the fact that I said that you're going to get the death penalty by dealing heroin and fentanyl, then I suggest, sir, that you get another line of work. Get out of drug dealing.
Okay, that's pretty extreme.
Maybe you should go deal some marijuana. Okay, which I'm not for advocate for that either, but that I'm not going to worry about marijuana. Okay, I tried it a few times myself, like marijuana. Okay, I tried it a few times myself, like marijuana. Okay, I tried it a few times myself, like marijuana.
Whoever edited
I
this,
tried it a few times myself.
we get it.
I tried it a few times myself, like
Marijuana.
Okay,
I tried it a few times
Okay, there's
myself.
no need to repeat
Maybe
it.
you should go deal some marijuana. Okay. Maybe you should go deal some marijuana. Okay. Maybe you should go deal some marijuana.
Wow.
I'm going to
This is
refrain
lit.
from what I would say, although I'll bleep it myself. You know, if Putin told Biden to
That's the D?
to suck his dick, he would do it. And I swear to God, if I were on the Senate floor, I'm so furious. This senator would stand there and say, if Putin asked Biden to suck his dick, he would do it. Because Joe Biden is just that weak.
Which senator asked that? Is he suggesting this, or did somebody else say it?
That disgusting. Joe Biden is the worst president in history. He's responsible for every single death that's happening in Europe right now, and the fact that no other senator has.
He's way different off the cuff. All of his other stuff sounded very rehearsed.
Yeah, you know, it's sick how Biden. If Putin told Biden that his dick was a cherry chip ice cream cone, Biden would lick that fucking thing up. He loves ice cream, and he doesn't know the difference between dick and ice cream. He's old.
Guts, including the two Florida senators. Okay, Rubio and Scott both say if Putin asked Biden to suck his dick, he would do it because Joe Biden is just that weak. Say if Putin asked Biden.
All right.
I like how he's saying if Putin asked Biden to suck his dick, he would do it. When Biden is kind of giving all the suck it to Zelensky in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that all it takes is Putin to be like, hey, Biden, suck it, and then Biden's going to pull out of Ukraine?
I'm going to put you full screen.
This cherry chip is pretty bomb. Yeah, I don't know if you ever had a cherry chip ice cream cone before, but it's a lot like Putin's penis. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. It's like the weirdest video when all the celebrities are at the benefit concert and Putin comes out and is singing Blueberry Hill to all these like Hollywood actors and actresses. Weirdest video I can think of. I think Steven Seagal is like Putin's buddy now. They live together or something. Putin is a strange fellow. La Coupe du Monde says, Billy, do you have any new songs in the works? Yes, I do. I've been recording an album. I had to stop during the holidays and during my car accident because I can't stand to record the songs. But I'll be back soon to finish the album with my working partner, Bill Beats and Bill Fridge. The working title is Unmarked Bills. I don't know what we'll actually call it. I got this thrill on Blueberry Hill. Yeah, the way he sings it is so funny. Ironically, a song about war. Oof. CP says, I love you, Billy Sweet Boy. I love you, CP. Oh. Putin and Seagal got married. They don't live together, though. Steven Seagal's a weird man. Who was it that I was watching something? Was it The Menu? And the John Leguizamo's character in The Menu supposedly was based off of Steven Seagal. He said that he did a movie with Steven Seagal, and Steven Seagal was kind of a dick to him. Seagal's movies are better than Adam Sandler movies. See, I don't know if that's fair to say. Adam Sandler had some bangers. Seagal had some bangers. Steven Seagal's movies with DMX, I love them. I love them. Did he only do one with DMX, right? Exit Wounds?
No wonder Russia is losing the war in Ukraine. Putin is constantly getting his knobs slobbed and can't focus.
Yeah. What the heck, man? Biden's winning the war, giving gummers. Tryhard Cringe has never seen a Steven Seagal movie. I think if you ever watch one Steven Seagal movie, you've kind of seen them all. Beyond the Law. Van Damme is way better than Seagal. Yeah. Who's the best action movie hero? Like, or the action movie star, right? You want to say like The Rock, Schwarzenegger? You want to say Stallone? Is there somebody who never had that financial success or that long run that just did it so well? Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan, was he always kind of comedic with it? Jason Statham is good. Whenever I think of action star, I think of like a serious badass that his jokes are like one-liners. Like the I'll be back. I think it's Arnold just was the action star when I was a kid, so that's in my mind. Charles Bronson, Sonny Chiba, Vin Diesel, Bruce Lee. It's hard to pick a best. Tom Cruise is the best manlet of all time. Tom Cruise puts in a lot of work. Mr. Bean, yeah, I'll give Mr. Bean my money. It's definitely a conversation that could be had. Kurt Russell did really well with the action movies. He didn't even do that many, did he? He actually did, huh? There's a lot to talk about here with the kids. Denzel Washington had a good run. There's a lot of good stuff. Charles Bronson was a legit. Yeah, I wonder who the most legit tough guy was to be an action star in movies. Like the actual, like if you put a bunch of movie stars in a fight, who would win? Who was the guy that played Count Dooku? I can never remember his name. He was also Sauron or was it Saruman? Was it Saruman? Saruman in The Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a badass. I can never remember his damn Christopher Lee. Thank you. I can't remember his name because it's so basic. Christopher Lee was a badass though. Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren might be the most intelligent action movie star. Supposedly he's got a high IQ. I don't know if that's all BS. They said James Wood has a high IQ and a giant penis. I'm wondering if like his publicist just put this stuff out there. Torog coming through with the Patreon.
Christopher Lee was in the military and he was a World War II vet.
Yeah, he was the basis for the James Bond character, Ian Fleming's James Bond. Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, I believe one of those movies he had to kill somebody in the scene, and he had to correct the director on how the death would actually go because it wasn't realistic. He's like, no, that's not realistic. This is how it would actually go. The director's like, well, okay. I cannot remember what that was, but he was a badass. Was it Twin Towers with Peter Jackson? That would be it. Sasha Michelle was probably the most underrated badass in Hollywood. He played Cousin Cody on Step by Step, but also took over for Van Damme in the Bloodsport series.
Yeah, but he was like, he used to beat up his girlfriends and wives and shit.
Yeah. When you start beating up women, it's like, dude, you have to have it all.
I remember years ago, he was on like a talk show about it, like admitting to it, you know, and how he went to jail for it and shit like that.
Cynthia Rothrock, yeah. Female action stars. We got...
I mean, Brandon Lee was trying to be an action star at one point.
Bruce Lee's son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did Rapid Fire. That was like his big action movie. And then he did a few movies before The Crow.
Yeah. Angelina Jolie, I don't know if I would put her as an action star. I guess you could. She just does so many roles. A lot of them are action. I don't know. I think of her as more of an actress, like a good actress.
Tomb Raider is an action movie, though.
Yeah, she's done all types of action movies. The Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she seems like an action movie star.
Yeah, like Fifth Element is an action movie. Her and Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis is a big action star.
Yeah. I like Bruce Willis stuff a lot. I Hudson Hawk. I rewatched that not too long ago, and I love that.
That's actually a really good... Most video games, especially old school games, based off of movies, are bad. But the Hudson Hawk game is actually known to be good.
That's funny.
Which is a big surprise.
John Wayne was a draft-dodging pussy who relied on his height to intimidate people. Yeah, I think if you have height, you shouldn't need to intimidate people. Like, they're already intimidated.
All right, let's finish. Let's see.
United States Congress now to pass federal law to make sure that every school and university in America has the same security as the U.S. Capitol. It's making sure that they have proper X-ray weapon scanners and they have proper armed security. Okay. Washington must pay for this bill. God bless the great state of Florida and the United States of America.
God, how much?
Okay, and it's beyond.
All right, I'm done with this.
Yeah, this is great. Now that we know Biden is slurping Putin's penis, even though he's giving all the monies to Zelensky.
It's interesting how that works.
He called me sir and got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at
Techno
stupidity.
Hippie Horner is bringing up Reb Brown. I don't know if I know who Reb Brown is.
I found this really funny.
Red Brown did some shit movies. Good call. I would not have ever thought of him ever in the history of movies.
Check this out.
We are one day away now from Gasparilla, and look who's here.
Look how close he is to the anchor woman.
To get the party started with us, the Grand Marshal for the parade, WWE legend himself,
in
Ric Flair.
Please. Yes, thank you for...
Yeah, it's like a thing they do in Tampa Bay. It's like a big... it's like a parade.
joining us. All in your drip. This is what you're known for, right?
I guess, yeah.
Well, hey, tell us how you were approached. How did you get asked to actually be the Grand Marshal?
Well, I was originally asked...
I love how he's slurring already.
He's got a little bit of the Trumpster Bob pockmark going.
He's way older than Trumpster Bob.
Yeah.
When it was scheduled for February, and I had an engagement, and then
They got all the miles on this dude, like all the partying after the shows, but then like all the matches he's been in, like thousands of wrestling matches. He's all fucked up.
came back around, and the people from the Hard Rock, John Conklin, my good friend, approached me and said, would you like to do it? And I said, of course. I've heard it's the most glorious party in the state of Florida. That's saying a lot.
Now
I've been in a Georgia-Florida football game a few times, or in the Landing in Jacksonville, and they say this is better.
This is better. This
We'll find out.
is going to be your first Gasparilla ever.
First, yes.
Ever?
It's legendary, but I know.
Wow. So what are you excited for?
Just the turnout. I understand it's phenomenal. It's going to be 73 degrees, which works for me. And,
A sunny 73, Ric Flair drunk, munching all the unshaven female carpet he can.
They did this bit years ago where like Ric Flair, like I think he won the Intercontinental Championship when he was like old in his late 50s or something like that. And all these ladies were with him, and they get into this limo. And once they all get in the limo, he like pulls out some boner pills and like downs almost all of them. It was crazy.
Never opposed to having a beverage in the afternoon, on the weekend, only on the weekends.
Only on the weekends?
Only on the weekends, yeah.
Why
Never.
only on the weekends?
Because I used to do some daytime drinking when I had issues in my personal life to apologize.
Why only on the weekends? Well, because I got to tell you, I was a bit of an alcoholic.
Yep.
When I've had some issues and stuff like that. They're very well known. So
Rick, just tell her the party has to slow down when you're my age.
Yep.
I do enjoy daytime drinking, but now only. Let's get back to the focus.
Now it's a little bit different nowadays, right?
And they called my agent yesterday and said, "What beverages do you want in the car?" So they just kind of forced it on me. So
they twisted his arm.
I'll have to, get involved and be, feel the spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now
I'm
listen.
looking forward to it. I'm very honored, actually. I love Tampa. It's a beautiful city. I've gotten to know Sheriff Chad. My best friend in the world, Joe Gomez, lives here, and just excited to be part of it. I actually love Tampa, and I travel around the world, so I can be a pretty fair judge of cities. It's a great place to live.
You've had obviously a legendary career. Have you?
He's got cauliflower ear.
Ever been a Grand Marshal in a parade though before?
I have, but nothing of this. Myrtle Beach.
You don't see like the
St.
younger
Patrick's Day in
wrestlers
Savannah,
having
Georgia's not
cauliflower.
bad either.
So that's all
I would
half
highly
for you.
recommend that.
Yeah. So
Brock Lesnar has it, but he was a legit wrestler.
So what's your preparation then for this event now going into this as a Grand Marshal since you have some experience?
I will probably have to go to American Social tonight just to prepare. Actually, the responsibilities of becoming a Grand Marshal here have been lit. It's been a week long of me entertaining people at American Social, and I even go to the meat market now once in a while. And that's not good for me. I can't afford that place. And I know the owner and the manager.
Someone said he did wrestling in high school. No, Brock Lesnar was NCAA heavyweight champion, so he was like the highest level of like college wrestling you can get to.
Sure.
So we know you are
He probably should have went to the Olympics. I don't know why that didn't
very
happen.
well known, especially for how you come dressed. Y'all always look good. What can we expect on the float tomorrow?
I'll be custom made from head to toe. Looking as only I can look. Styling and
oh, you're talking about Cobes? Okay.
Profiling, limousine riding, probably private jet flying. Diamonds are forever. So is the nature boy.
Oh, you love to hear it.
They may make me the Grand Marshal every year going forward as long as I live.
That's
after
right. That's right.
Saturday, yes.
That could be it.
I could be very entertaining.
We know.
No, you don't.
I do have to ask you though, because she's practicing all morning. You heard her woo.
Yeah.
Can you rate her woo?
Woo! Oh, woo is great, but the energy behind it, that's the key. The key is the energy. You have to feel it.
Yeah. It's got to come from the soul, right?
Yes.
I felt it from the soul.
Yes.
Can I ask you about that?
I have to give a shout out to my agent, Kelly Brewster, who called me at 6:30 today, and I said, let's go remote. She said, get up. I'll meet you at the car at 7. I'm not calling him and saying go remote. So, Kelly, thank you for getting me here.
We love you, Kelly. She's behind the scenes.
My responsibilities last night at American Social far exceeded what I signed up for, but sometimes you just have to be the role, be in the roles.
So can we expect a few woos on the float tomorrow?
Absolutely. Okay. All day long. I'm going to rest my voice.
I was going to say, you got a lot of resting up to do.
Ric Flair is tired.
Got a lot of woos ahead of you tomorrow for sure.
Thank you so much, guys.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
So that's today, right? Gasparilla's today.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the chances that he gets canceled this weekend? He gets too drunk. Hey, thank you for the $14 and certain amount of cents, Bobby Two Hands. That gets us to $4.50 on the go. The go.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, we're moving along a little slow. So if you want to, right now is a good time to start the tip train, I think.
You're lovely. Very nice to meet
Great
you.
to
He was like, you're very lovely.
We
Nice
look forward
to
to
meet
seeing you out there tomorrow.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, let's check in. And
Woo!
There you go. There it is.
Amanda.
How am I supposed to follow that?
Give him a woo.
Very excited. So glad to have
do
you.
it back. What do you mean? How are you supposed to follow?
All you got to do is woo.
You hear that at sporting events now, like any type of sporting event.
Yeah.
People do it. So it's crazy. Anytime there's a chop, too, that's very common.
Custom made.
The members of the Science and Security Board
This is
moved the
scary,
hands
dude.
of the Doomsday Clock forward, largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine. We moved the clock forward the closest it has ever been.
Looks like a few of them are getting close to doomsday, if you know what I mean.
Like, who are these people to set the clock?
I don't
These
know.
look like villains.
Yeah, it's like the rogues gallery.
It's like, are they warning us or are they threatening us?
It is now 90 seconds to midnight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Doomsday Clock is 90 seconds to midnight. 30 seconds to Mars. That's dangerously close.
30 Seconds to Mars. Wasn't that Jared Leto's band?
Yeah.
Is it Leto or Leto? Like pronouncing vowels in names, sometimes you can get tripped up.
You say Leto, I say Leto. Let's call the whole thing off.
This news story is strange.
Ding,
I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, and I'm beyond done.
Instead of basking in her retirement, Elaine White has been left with sleepless nights, wondering,
how can a grown man, go to a house in a neighborhood thinking they're gonna get sex?
How or why is her East Plano home being used online to lure men looking for sex workers?
Oh, no.
So, I don't know if someone did this on purpose to mess with her.
She probably Karen'd the wrong person.
Either that or like someone typed in the wrong address or something.
As many hookers and prostitutes are out there, go get one. Leave me alone. I'm not here for that.
What are they saying to you?
They're saying
Maybe they wish she would, and they're like, this is their way.
Her name's Elaine White.
They're here
Maybe
for
they show up to see the white stuff coming out.
appointment for Nikki.
But
Some are for Kelly. Some are for Nikki. Now it's Rhonda.
Since last
Rhonda,
year,
there's no
White
real
says
reason.
around
Guys showing up.
25 men have come to her door
Oh, no,
at
not a
all
fat.
hours. Young and old.
Not a fat.
All ethnicities, locals, and from as far away as Laredo. Pressing her Ring doorbell.
Excuse me?
She's confronting some of them.
supposed to meet someone here or no? Is this the wrong place?
Which name?
Rhonda?
For drugs or sex?
He's like,
Second one?
The second one.
Number 2, please.
Well, you know what? This is a bait house, and you have about 10 seconds to get away from it, or the cops are going to get you.
Savage.
Police have responded, but only made the men leave, telling her she could be the innocent victim of a sex trafficking ring posing as a massage website.
Some sex website that nasty old men go and look for sex. They pay Venmo.
So she lies to them and says that the cops are going to come?
Why would they go, right?
Why would they admit that it's a bait house? Like, why even lure them out there?
She's probably had enough guys show up now that she has a routine to get them to leave.
Services. And then they get my address and they come here.
Security signs aren't keeping Johns away. Neither is this spray-painted sign she's resorted to.
Kelly does not live here.
Yeah, because they keep changing the name, too.
So Cobra, he's definitely not going there if she's unalive there.
Kelly does not live here.
Look at the sign on my front door.
Okay.
Get the off my front porch.
Fed up, she's backing up this warning on her door.
Yes, I have my Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum loaded 4-inch barrel next to me.
Okay, now.
And I answer the door with it.
While
4-inch
incredibly
barrel.
frustrating that this keeps happening and no one is being arrested, Ms. White says she does appreciate the quick response from police anytime she calls. In Plano, Maria Guerrero, NBC5.
Somebody's got to be fucking with her, right?
It's a good possibility because it seems very targeted and it would never... Because, like, if someone made a typing error, they wouldn't keep doing it. Well, maybe they would. Maybe they just copy-paste or something. I don't know. There could be, like, a hooker in her neighborhood that also sells drugs that, like, is not getting any business.
Cobra should call the local news and be like, people keep sending Grinder here to my house. I think they're trying. I'm a victim of a sex trafficking ring.
And they'd be like, wait, aren't you the guy that...
Aren't you that famous YouTuber?
What they would really say is like, aren't you the guy that got reported for the thing with the sex doll?
He's like, hell yeah, I am. That's most definitely what's up, Tubes.
I'm a rock star.
Yeah, she probably pissed some troll off. She was probably carrying around, probably with an actual prostitute. She probably told some prostitute at Walmart to, like, pull her pants up or something. And the prostitute's like, oh, fuck this. We're going to blow her spot up. Put her up on the back page.
A 29-year-old woman was arrested for pretending to be a high school student.
New Brunswick police say she gave them a fake birth certificate in order to enroll. CBS News
So weird.
Cameron Cohen heard from students who interacted
To go back
with
to
her.
high school when she's almost 30.
Here at New Brunswick High School, students are upset. At a school board meeting Tuesday night, they learned a 29-year-old woman was arrested for using a fake birth certificate to enroll.
She attended school for 4 days.
Police
For 4 days.
have charged that woman, Hu Yong Shin, with one,
Yeah, she does not look like a teenager.
one count of providing a false government document with the intent to verify one's identity or age. The school circulated a letter with her picture.
She was pretending to be a freshman.
A freshman? So, like, why?
14 years old.
Why?
It's more surprising because I believe she doesn't look like a freshman.
At the same time, it was very unsafe for like the school and most of the students in there.
Students tell me even though she was only here for 4 days, they still saw her in the classroom, walking the halls, and some of the students even got text messages from the woman asking to hang out.
I know some of the girls that I know.
Is she trafficking children or something?
The girl did ask them to hang out on Commercial Avenue, but they never showed up, and she started acting weird with them. But it's scary because you never know what could happen.
Claudia has a senior at New Brunswick High School. Her daughter told her what was going on and says it's terrifying. She says, how is it that security, teachers, and other staff didn't realize what was going on?
Spike
I
American.
asked her how old she was, and she did something weird. She looked at me, looked away, and looked back at me and walked off. I think that's a red flag, and they need to think so too.
As police continue their
That's a
investigation,
red flag.
the school
Why the
superintendent
administration
says the
not red
district
flag
will
when she looked at
re-examine
me,
the enrollment
looked back, and then looked away when I asked her how old she was?
process to better identify false documentation.
It was 4 days. They caught her in 4 days.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
That's not that long. Like if you would have told me she like graduated after 4 years, I'd be like, damn. But 4 days, like you don't even know if it's the beginning of a school year. You don't even know who all is who. 4 days in.
In New Brunswick, Kevin Rincon, CBS 2 News.
That was a red flag. I like red flags.
Jay Leno is on the mend again. In an interview,
Jay Leno got hurt again.
Motorcycle accident?
Yeah.
Is this some sort of Final Destination thing?
Someone made a voodoo doll.
Oh, no.
Of him.
With the Las Vegas Review-Journal published on Thursday, the comedian revealed that he is recovering from a recent motorcycle accident that left him with several broken bones, only months after he sustained second-degree burns in a fire.
Can somebody get this guy a driver?
Garage of his Los Angeles home. While detailing the January 17th motorcycle incident, Leno told the outlet, quote, "I've got a broken collarbone. I've got 2 broken ribs. I've got 2 cracked kneecaps, but I'm okay. I'm working." According to Leno, he was on the road testing a vintage 1940 Indian motorcycle when he noticed the scent of leaking gas and decided to pull over
We
to
should write
investigate.
Jay Leno. We should start a campaign. All of the Cobra trolls should write Jay Leno to give his Model T to King Cobra. Like, dude, you got enough cars. Can we please get one of your Model Ts to go to King Cobra?
He explained that he turned down a side street and cut through a parking lot, but unbeknownst to him, there was a wire strung across the parking lot with no flags hanging from it.
Oh my God. So he drove into a parking lot where there was like a wire and drove into
He
it.
said that he didn't see the wire until it was too late,
Ah.
and it clotheslined him and knocked him off his bike.
Holy shit,
While the bike kept going.
He has some
told the
bad
outlet
luck.
that he didn't make his accident public knowledge
I want a carriage.
because of the coverage of his prior incident. He joked, "You know, after getting burned up, you get that one for free. After that, you're Harrison Ford, crashing airplanes. You just want to keep your head down." Back in November,
Harrison Ford did crash an airplane a few years back.
Leno was working on a clogged fuel line and the undercarriage of a 1907 white steam car parked in his garage when he sustained severe second-degree burns all over his face and upper body.
Give Cobra a Model T. Come on. Wonder if you can make a model, like if we can computer print a Model T.
The
3D
outrage
print
over a
it.
public school student who allegedly wrote a kill list a year ago and is now being sent back to school to join former classmates. ABC's M. Wynn has more.
If you didn't do it, it's just a wish list, right?
Responsible.
It's like a Christmas list at that point.
Thing.
This morning, shock and outrage from Boone County parents learning a student who allegedly
Boone
made a kill
County.
list is back in their children's school.
Well, I couldn't believe it. My worst fear is that one day after my daughter gets dropped off from school that I get a text over the phone of the school has been locked down and that there are casualties in the school.
Officials say an 8th grader
I
allegedly
wouldn't
made
want to
threats
go back to the same school if I was that person because all this uproar and like everyone's going to be looking at you.
last year against several students when he was at Connor Middle School. At that time, Superintendent Matthew Turner and the school board decided to expel him. And now, 1 year later, the student is back in the classroom at Connor High School. A room full of parents voicing frustration at a recent school board meeting.
It is completely negligent to place a student exhibiting these red flags with our children at
What's
Connor
up with
High
all the
School.
red flags? The girl talking about the old woman being a red flag because she did a double take with her head. Them saying this kid had red flags. Jay Leno running into a wire without any red flags. This is
Defending his decision,
This is a red
telling
flag
ABC
segment.
News the Kentucky Constitution guarantees the right to a public education for every child without prejudice. Public school districts are not legally permitted to permanently expel a student. We have no reason to believe there is any threat to students or staff. According to a state statute, local school boards can expel students who make threats against others for not less than 1 year.
Yes, you have to provide a free education, but that does not stipulate that it has to be right back at Connor High School. They have plenty of options.
Parents are
let's send him to another school to shoot up.
Yeah.
I think obviously the kid's gone for a year. He probably
went to therapy.
Probably taken care of. They're letting him back in. They're obviously keeping an eye on him. He's probably getting more attention now than ever.
I would
Kids are
guess it's
probably
not
safe.
good attention.
Edge, especially
Well, I mean,
as K through 12 school shootings have recently skyrocketed.
Attention is good
58
for
were reported
the
in
other kids,
2017,
too.
according to the K to
His
12
kids being
school shooting
watched.
database. In 2022, there were 302.
There are a number of school districts out there that also impose a minimum of 1 year expulsion for similar incidents, but overall no exact protocol for all states. Also, most of these school districts often have a range of punishments that can change on a case-by-case basis.
and win for us. Thank you.
All right. Everyone give the stream a like. Right now would be a good time to start a tip train so we can get this moving like maybe if we can get it at least to 75%, keep it moving in the right direction. We have been live for just over 2 hours. After tonight's show, I'm going to upload the audio version of the show, and then after that, I'm going to get to work on my cable management reboot.
Now that the tussle is done and over Diesel's body is mine, I began to take over. His soul is gone. I'm very thorough. There will be nothing left, only Kuro. We need a tip train or my essence will enter your brain and leave you insane.
Do a tip train, you're going to get worked over by the mask, the Kuro mask.
Kuro.
Assimilate. We're going to miss Big Diesel. He was a fantastic human being.
Did you see any of this Ghislaine Maxwell interview?
No. Should I grab the lube?
So they wake you up at 6. And you can go to breakfast, which consists of a cereal and a piece of fruit, generally. And then you have to make your bed sort of military style. So there's nothing that's sticking out or whatever. It has to be a prescribed way, otherwise you can to trouble.
She got hives or something? She's scratching the hell out of herself?
Yeah, maybe she's jonesing. Maybe she's jonesing for something.
You know, she traveled the world. She ate the finest food. She flew in the greatest jets, sniffed the most purest cocaine, partied with the youngest women. She's sitting in jail right now eating cereal and a bar of fruit.
Called a shot. And the tofu has there's no seasoning allowed, so there's no salt or pepper or anything. So it's beyond tasteless.
There's no salt and pepper in her prison system.
That he was murdered. Well, I was shocked.
There's simply no Grey Poupon.
Wondered how it had happened. I obviously wish I'd never met him.
Easy to wish now.
I wish I'd never met Jeffrey Epstein.
Her stories have changed so many times about what happens, when it happens, how it happens, with different versions.
I often tell myself if I never met that Jeffrey Epstein, I'd be an upstanding citizen.
She questions whether or not that Prince Andrew photo is real.
It's a different version. What's the fake?
This one.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it's real for a second. In fact, I'm sure it's not. There's never been an original. And further, there's no photograph. And I've only ever seen a photocopy of it. Well, it's one of the most...
I also don't believe the R. Kelly video was real. That was CGI, obviously.
I don't know what happened, but at this point, the audio in the video...
CIA, she was getting too real, so they cut us.
And it mentioned Bill Clinton for a second there.
Obviously, CIA
but now it's
cut us off. I can read lips, though. She's saying, and then Jeffrey Epstein had me blow big, massive farts into the face of
King Cobra.
King Cobra J-Face.
Take their disappointment and upset out on the authorities that allowed that to happen. And that, as I said, I hope that they have some closure by the...
I do hope they have some closure. I do believe if I never met that Jeffrey Epstein, I'd be eating a little better than a cereal and a piece of fruit without any salt or pepper.
I do say, my good man.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching right here, right now, it's your favorite segment of the show. It's my face all over the screen. I know there's a lot of you uncontrollably fapping right now. That's okay. Let me take control. Let me do the fapping for you. Follow my hand in rhythm to your flap. Whether you're Follow the rhythm, okay? Follow a little up and down action. This is a joy off instruction. Okay, keep now. You gotta go rhythmatic with some bounce. Shake it around, okay? And pull your hand away from it. Air it out. Give it a smack. Bop. Pull it back. Go back in. Get that wave. Go with the roll. All right. Ready for the big finish? Flush the toilet. Rim it all the way down to the base. Grab it like a paper towel and yank it off. Y'all should have finished by now. You're welcome. You're welcome. CP, you're nothing but thorough, and I appreciate that. This right here, Zorak McMeck, this is why you watch. The paper towel method. No reason to clean up if you rip it off. Nasty, man. 10 more seconds. See, that's the secret. If you want 10 more seconds, you got to get that on the OnlyFans. I should check the OnlyFans, see if anybody actually signed up for it. About to hit that $20 threshold any month now. About to get paid out. You're welcome, One Arm Games. I can tell why you're only able to use one arm on the games. There you go. A-Dog says, now you disgust me. Why? Because I stopped before you could pop. Should have kept up with the pace, Papa. Should have kept up with the pace. Billy, who's your favorite serial killer? What do you like? What's the basis for serial killer? Like, are we talking multiple deaths spread over a series of time, right? Is it 3 deaths over a series of time? That's hard. It's really hard to pick a favorite. One, because I don't usually pick favorites of anything. I'm always one of those people that, like, if you like something, like, even if you like it a lot, even if it might be your favorite, ranking it is never that important because you can always have something else. But probably was it Gacy? Was it John Wayne Gacy that was the fat clown? Pogo the clown? I don't even want to say him. I'll tell you who's my not favorite is Albert Fish. Like, if we're going to rank it on probably my least favorite, it might be Albert Fish. You familiar with this guy? He was a sicko on all levels, and he wrote material describing him eating his victims. This type of guy that likes veal, you know what I'm saying? Not cool. I think Albert Fish is my least favorite serial killer. Gacy was the clown guy. Yeah. He's a fat and he's a clown. Like, I want to say he'd be the favorite, but I really don't have favorites. Albert Fish is probably my least favorite, though. That's most definitely not What's Up, Tubes.
Most definitely.
Gacy was a sicko. I don't know much about serial killers at all. Ben, do you have a favorite serial killer?
No, not really.
Not really? No. You just have a few you throw around the greatest hits.
No, I'm just not like...
Yeah.
I love Billy as much I love chili with cheese situation with it. Ben individual mind quoting me.
You like
Mind
chili
quote.
with cheese?
Those are all Keenisms. Every one of them.
The chili with cheese? Al Fish, as friends called him. He had one friend, and he couldn't pronounce the letter B. There's some great English serial killers. Yeah, I think Jack the Ripper is like the fantastical serial killer.
Food and Drug Administration proposing a big change for more inclusive blood donation.
This is a big deal. If approved, it would allow gay and bisexual men to donate blood.
That is interesting. Yeah, that's been a law like forever.
8 News Now reporter Laura Negretti shows us what this means and talks with someone already ready to give blood.
When people come out and say, we need blood, help us, we're able to heed that call and help again.
We know that we're at a critical shortage of blood, and we want our LGBTQ brothers and sisters to know that they're able, and we welcome them, and we want them to be able to donate.
And this proposal could be a game changer for blood donations.
I forgot this even was still a thing.
It would allow bisexual donors in monogamous relationships. It does away.
I mean, like, there's no way to test that.
With the current 3-month abstinence requirement for
You just
men
have to take their word for it.
who have sex with men. Instead, donors will be screened through a questionnaire surrounding sexual behavior. According to the American Red Cross,
Is there a
it's
way to
clean.
test the blood once you got it to see if it's like contaminated?
But I think they mix it all together. I don't know.
Put it all in one big dumpster.
Well, no. Based on type.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you be able to draw the blood and like have some sort of test right off the bat to make sure it was good? Like, is that not
I have no idea.
Not a possible
I'm not even
thing?
sure how it works.
You could test whether or not I have herpes really quickly. Just by taste. You could do a taste test for that.
The FDA has proposed to determine blood donor eligibility using a gender-inclusive, individual risk-based assessment, regardless of sexual orientation.
If the change
I'm
does
all
go
for
through,
the gays giving their blood, whatever, but they better not have transsexual drag queen librarian blood.
Blood bank shelves like this one at a local American Red Cross could look a lot more full. I spoke to James Franklin, excited about the opportunity to donate.
It's ridiculous how it took like a huge shortage to change a rule that doesn't even make sense.
It makes me happy. The last time I was able to donate blood was in the mid-90s, and that's because of restrictions.
My guy looks like one of those old-timey gays, too.
The
like he would have
mustache.
been in the clubs, like
dressed as one of the village people.
He would have had like full-on leathers and just doing some fucking ass clapping.
Yeah.
They banned all blood donations from gay men during the AIDS epidemic. Blood banks already test blood for infectious diseases and will continue to do so.
One of the last discriminatory issues that we have to deal with and to become equal members of the community.
so the FDA process actually allows
there's
60
other
days for
discrimination
public
too. They don't let fat people win marathons. Like there's
you're allowed to win if you want to try.
comment on the
I've never
draft
seen that
guidance.
happen.
We'll have that link for you
Of course
on our
not.
website.
A marathon is ridiculous too. Like you have to be in good shape just to finish a marathon, let alone win. Let's check this out.
Now, a stunning twist to the release of video showing the attack on Paul Pelosi inside his San Francisco home.
Well, the man charged with the attack, David DePape, called our Amber Lee. Amber joining us now with this bizarre...
So he called the local news, the guy who attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband.
and seemingly scripted message. Amber.
Christina, Greg, David DePape called me from San Francisco County Jail this afternoon. The call was unexpected. I had originally reached out to him last year after his arrest. At the start of our conversation this afternoon, he told me he wanted to make a statement and that I could recall the call.
Recall the call?
Drop
the hammer.
Have you seen this yet?
Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah, I feel like right now is when the cops should have grabbed this guy.
But like, look at it. It doesn't look like. It looks like they're playing like a game. He's got one hand on the hammer. They answered the door together. It's like a very weird, chill atmosphere when they answer the door.
He looks distressed in his face right
Well,
here.
yeah, but go back just a couple of frames. They answer the door together, and they're like holding the hammer hand in hand. It's very weird. Like they had to call a truce before they opened the door.
I think he just dragged him over there. This is like a guy who's like in his 80s against a guy who's way younger and bigger. And he's trying to fend him off, but obviously he doesn't do it very well. I don't even know if I want to play it. Like I'm going to skip over it.
They're not going to play the actual attack, right?
Or
do
they
they?
might. Yeah, I think they do. And YouTube sucks because it doesn't allow that shit. I saw it on the news earlier today, so...
Hours later, I received a phone call from DePape while I was in the KTVU newsroom.
The cops should have like broken it up like right when they saw something weird was going on. They should have like gotten the hammer.
Now that you all have seen the body cam footage, I have an important message.
for everyone in America. You're welcome. Freedom of liberty isn't dying. It's being killed, systematically and deliberately.
With a hammer? You sicko?
The people killing it have names and addresses. So I got their names and addresses so I could pay them a little visit and have a heart-to-heart chat about their bad behavior.
DePape offers an apology, not for the attack that seriously injured Pelosi and left him hospitalized for several days with a fractured skull.
God.
The apology was for what he says he didn't get to do.
I want to apologize to everyone. I messed up. What I did was really bad. I'm so sorry I didn't get more of them.
He's insane. Don't let him out.
It's my own fault. No one else is to blame. I should have come better prepared.
The suspect in the Pelosi attack says that he spent all his time exposing online what he calls government corruption, only to have his freedom of speech silenced, with his website shut down.
If I had a hammer.
Wonder how his website got shut down. Like maybe like the hosts of the website were like, "Oh, this is fucked up. We're not."
I have a lot more to
For
say.
freedom.
300 pages. That's 300 pages of stuff they don't want you to hear.
For justice.
I'm in the process of trying to set up a new site out of the reach of tyrannical global homo.
I don't think they should let him set up a site in prison.
and their internet censors.
I really don't like this guy.
Conversation lasted just under
he's a
5.5
weirdo.
minutes.
Like, if you're on his side and you think that Pelosi is a horrible person,
I don't like Pelosi, but she doesn't deserve to be attacked. And her
or
husband.
her husband, yeah. If you don't like the Pelosi's, like, I feel like if you like this guy more than you like the Pelosi's, you're a fucking weirdo.
You have a problem.
Like, you can not like the Pelosi's and also hate this guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Because he is just a miserable on all. Like, say he didn't do that. If he's just over here doing that, I apologize for that. Getting more of them. Like, oh, shut up.
I wasn't able to challenge his statements and ask follow-up questions. He tells me he did not want to jeopardize his case. DePape faces state charges of attempted
You should not have been issuing that statement.
murder
Then.
and elder abuse, as well as charges in federal court for kidnapping. He has pleaded not guilty. His next court date is scheduled for February.
I mean, they're
20th.
going to play that interview as evidence in his trial. He's an idiot, too.
3rd.
Yeah, I think that when we heard that he had called the newsroom, we were a little surprised ourselves. What were you thinking when you received the call?
When it came on my cell phone, I didn't recognize the number. I picked it up, and there was an automated.
A jury's going to look at the lack of remorse and the intent to do more damage, and they're going to look at the evidence because there's a video of him hitting him. They're going to go guilty, and he's probably going to get the maximum sentence allowed because of his attitude and just like this kind of stuff. Maybe he'll be like I can't remember the guy's name now. The guy that ran over all those people at that parade. Darrell Brooks.
Darrell Brooks.
Yeah.
That would. I don't want to watch.
If he's all like weird and disrespectful like that.
I don't want to watch this guy's trial, but I bet you it's going to be content.
It might be. If it's streamed or televised or
Voice
whatever.
telling me it was a call from the San Francisco County Jail and that it was.
Hold on, it's a federal charge, isn't it? It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to, because I think they said federal charges.
To pay. So of course.
And there's no cameras.
Is it
in a
because
federal
she's a
court.
congresswoman and it's her house? And
Yeah, I think so. I think they're federal charges.
So I took the call. And yes, I was just as surprised as everyone else.
Yeah, and it did sound very much scripted, as if he was reading off of a piece of paper, very robotic as well.
As if he was
That's what it
remembering
sounded like.
the dumbest villain in any comic book. He's like, I do apologize. Apologize for not getting more of them.
Right.
I should have got Batman and Robin.
And then he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to jeopardize my case. It's like, did you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
Like what?
My dude, you got caught on camera beating fucking Paul Pelosi with a hammer in his underwears. Like your case, you can't jeopardize your case. You're gonna get maximum.
It's attempted murder. He
crushed his skull.
Did they say attempted murder? I can't remember what they said, but he should be charged with attempted murder. When you hit someone in the head with a hammer, you're trying to kill them. And when they're really old like that, they're not going to bounce back as easily. It's surprising he's still alive.
He did say to me at the very start of the conversation that he wanted to make a statement.
I wonder if they put his head in a jar or something. Well, that's what they do with the rich people, right?
Amber, thank you.
Yeah.
They can afford.
They took him to
Walt
Comet
Disney,
Pizza.
Comet Pizza, and Walt Disney are sitting in the basement of Comet Pizza in a cryogenic head chamber.
So Donald Trump kicked off his presidential campaign.
This is former President Trump's first public appearance in New Hampshire since 2020. He says this time around he's feeling more committed and is focusing on
New Hampshire is a
campaigning.
big state to win in the early days of the election.
Former President
And New Hampshire is a pretty big swing state compared to the states around it. A lot of those northeastern states usually go blue, but New Hampshire has gone red.
Donald Trump kicking off his 2024 presidential campaign in New Hampshire, giving the keynote speech at the New Hampshire GOP's annual meeting. The former president encouraging supporters to band together to get out to vote, also talking about some of his priorities, strengthening the southern border, election integrity, and keeping New Hampshire's first in the nation status.
From the very beginning, I've strongly defended New Hampshire's first in the nation primary status. I have been your defender. No, I've been your defender.
They're
And I
cheering for
refuse to
you.
let any-
You don't have to say no. You don't have to say no when they're cheering for you. They believe you, you fucking doofus. I've been your defender. Yeah! No, I've been your defender. Who's disagreeing with you?
In the 2016 election, Hillary got 46.8% of New Hampshire, and Trump got 46.5% of New Hampshire. It was that close.
Republican, and there are some, you know who they are, even think about taking that cherished status away.
A notable absence today, Governor Chris Sununu, who's been the center of speculation for his own 2024 run. In Salem, New Hampshire, I'm Hannah Cotter.
Chris Sununu. That was the name, Sununu?
Sununu. Sununu.
That's when you leave your wife of 20 years for Sununu.
Video just released that shows the moments that Paul Pelosi was brutally.
Oh, no, we already saw this.
Russia's propaganda machine is moving into high gear as the war in Ukraine nears its first anniversary. Vladimir Putin's shameless supporters in state media are making a mockery of Western weapons, but not everyone's buying it. CNN's Nick Robertson reports.
Toothless cats, battered Abrams, he says. The Russian state media anchor points to a huge graphic alleging flaws in the NATO tanks. His purposeful propaganda playing down risks the Russian troops in Ukraine does seem to be working.
I really hope this shit is over soon because it has worldwide effects and it's fucking up a lot of stuff. I hope eventually, like, Russia just withdraws and gives up. It's been going on for almost a year now. I remember the night that I heard that it was going on.
Russians got to eat the bootleg McDonald's. They can't get the real McDonald's anymore.
Right, yeah. A few companies pulled out of doing business in Russia.
Biden's over there just giving blowjobs to Putin all the time. I was wondering why he wasn't campaigning.
Yeah.
He's busy sucking off.
He's doing the exact opposite. He's like fighting a proxy war against Russia through Ukraine. He's like arming them, giving them like missile defense systems. That's what this is. Like, this is Russian propaganda where they like find people on the street to be like, no, those Ukrainian tanks suck.
Why would that politician Nepper suggest Biden was sucking?
Because he's a fucking moron.
Sending tanks is going to be bad for the Americans and Germans, she says.
I want them to interview an old babushka.
When, regardless, Sergei tells us, is just enlarging the conflict. If we pull out, the West will put more pressure on us. But not everyone buys the state TV hype. Putin has killed off independent media, but not independence of mind.
Russia is mad NATO tanks aren't as easily stolen by tractors.
So I remember you were mentioning about homosexuality being illegal in Russia. It was illegal in the Soviet Union, and then they legalized it when it became the Russian Federation. But there is like with Putin around, it's like, especially recently, it's definitely stigmatized a lot more than it used to be.
Yeah, I remember they had the was it the Pussy Riot?
Yeah,
that was going on. And
well, they got in trouble for all sorts of shit, like fucking around with the church. That's illegal there. You know, they have some really interesting laws surrounding religion there, which is weird because that didn't exist in the Soviet Union. You know,
They also had the movie Eurovision.
Yeah.
The main guy, the main bad guy or whatever, was Russian, and he was secretly gay because he wasn't allowed to
I saw
be
that.
openly gay. That's where I got all my intel on Russia and their LGBTQ community.
This young film student tells our team a friend was drafted and deployed, but has now disappeared. I'm for peace, she says. It's very sad. People are dying. I'm on the verge of tears here. I don't know if it's true.
If you have that kind of opinion, you should probably try to get the fuck out if you can.
Or not, or what's going on in this war, this lady tells us. But I do know people who've been killed. Some of them are friends. All emotions the Kremlin likes to prey on. Around the capital, air defense systems have been lofted atop government buildings. The less than subtle message, Russia's under threat. It's leverage Putin needs to drum up more recruits for the increasingly unpopular meat grinder.
Is that a cock tab? The name of that damn red rocket missile launcher was a cock tab?
Ukraine's frontline trenches. In more primetime Putin propaganda, you've
just the economic effects of this alone, especially when it was like coupled with all the COVID negative economic effects of that. It's just ridiculous. I hope it's just bad for the whole world for this to keep going.
Any Popov pops a pun for the audience, tells them the German Leopard 2 tanks will burn very nicely.
Кто-то после этого хочет мне сказать, что Берлин не является...
Another Putin acolyte, the insanely popular Vladimir Solovyov, asked the audience, after all this, isn't Berlin a lawful target? Such is the stitch-up in Russian media. Putin is able to spin almost any message he wants.
They're talking about attacking Berlin? Is that what they're just saying? That's insane. Yeah. Well, that would be World War III right there. That would just be craziness. Because, none of the other allies would allow that. That would be a big problem.
TV puppets serve farce and fear in equal measure.
So this is their, Fox News, but it's controlled by a lot of stuff is, though. We were on RT, which was controlled by the state. There is no more RT America.
Yeah, they cut them.
Yeah. Jesse Ventura quit.
Once again, someone puts me on their platform and I kill their platform.
But sorry, that's not going
Boogie.
Down so well with
sorry,
some.
Leafy. Sorry, Russia Today. Sorry, Drunken Peasants podcast.
To Solovyov's opinion, this lady says, but it would be good if the experts started expressing their real opinions instead of obeying.
This is kind of babushka levels.
She needs that different.
Yeah, the head covering.
What's real is anyone's guess, and for some that means tuning out. This lady tells us...
One year, Eurovision had a bunch of old babushkas from Russia that competed for Russia.
She doesn't know about the tanks.
Yeah, they sang. Yeah, the rules are... You pick a song and you keep singing it until you get eliminated.
When we ask her opinion,
they sing it multiple times.
I think that this is a political war and not a war for the people, this lady tells the team. What are we supposed to
All
do,
the young women got the babushka styling.
Yeah.
The old women are like, nah, fuck that. We got beanies.
Opinions mean diddly squat.
Diddly squat.
Increasingly,
what's Russian for diddly squat?
I would love to know.
Isolated from outside views and under...
Look at all the... Okay, I can never be embarrassed about my monitors when this room exists. And this is just CNN in London. I wonder what it looks like in New York. What does their room look like? CNN World Headquarters in New York. I want to see that control room.
There's so many monitors.
Dude, and they only got 3 clocks here? Fuck, they got more clocks than that in CNN.
They got to have more than 3 clocks.
New York. You know it. Actually, is CNN... Because they are kind of based out of Atlanta, aren't they? I don't know.
Take paradise and put up a parking lot.
Threat of harsh retribution if they dissent. Russians are stuck in a rut.
Look at how many of those screens that don't even matter, too, that just have like the like stripes, the
from
color
a-
stripes.
A channel that's probably out of a time zone right now.
Yeah.
But in a war they don't want, with a leader they can't remove, and the threat of potential recruitment around the corner. They're doing what Russians have historically done in the face of adversity, focusing on their own survival. Nick Robertson, CNN, London.
Thank you.
So we told you.
See, that was a respectable Nick, just like a reporter.
Now, Simple Country sent me a message. How to say diddly squat
in Russian?
In Russian, it's diddly prisadat. Diddly prisadat. Diddly prisadat.
Huh.
Or diddly prisadat. Diddly prisadat. I think that's it.
Kalo's in the chat said, I just got puked on doing Uber.
Was it by a girl or a guy, Kalo? You can get $250 for that, right? Isn't there like an automatic vomit charge for Uber?
Oh my God, there should be. I've never puked in an Uber. I felt like I was gonna piss myself. in an
Oh, it
Uber
was a
once.
girl. Bonus.
Yeah, do you have a puke on fetish?
Diddly press the dot. What up, gangsters? She puked on her boyfriend too? Kayla, I gotta tell you this, man. You've had your first Uber threesome. Diddly press the dot. Motorcool says, I worked in news media. A lot of those channels are direct feeds from the White House and other press locations. They transmit 24/7. Sometimes you can catch completely empty rooms and hear things going on next door.
That's really interesting.
Like, I wonder how many times you've been sitting in that control room and you just hear Bill Clinton fart or something.
Yeah. Joe Biden's got caught with the hot mic a couple times.
Yeah. You
Never
just hear
fuck with a Biden. He said that to that other politician. He was like a
Bush
low-level
really can
politician.
satisfy.
Around the
Hell
time that Hunter was getting in trouble too. It's interesting.
You think he did it on purpose to cover up for his poor little boy?
I just think he didn't know he was. Yeah, he was referring to something like that, but he didn't know the mic was live.
Bravo the Chunks says, my dad used to work for CNN and met Ted Turner. Sadly, he got fired when they found out he was charged as a felon and did time. Damn, Ted Turner.
Ted Turner, I think, has like dementia now.
Rat Lord Alcaraz says, Hunter is a dog's name. It's messed up, dude.
No, fucking Joe Biden named his sons Bo Hunter. Bo Hunter. I'm just saying. That was a weird theme. So, like, his two sons are like Ted Nugent or something. The Bow Hunter.
There you go. I'm going to name my two sons Dog and Dick.
Dog and Bounty Hunter.
Dog and Dick.
So we're almost at 60%. Someone drop a tip and get us over that line into 60%.
Egghead needs to be around here to say this is the night we don't hit the goal.
Where
That's
the fuck
usually when we
is
start
Egghead?
to get donations.
Get Egghead on here. What is his problem?
You can tell I'm fucking tired and fat because I said donut instead of donations.
Donuts.
Give me donuts.
Here's a pastor that's mad about women wearing pants.
I want you to read it with God, your God-given eyeball. Genesis 22, verse number 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. There is nowhere, ever, anywhere in the entire Bible that verse has been outdated or nullified. If I came to church in a woman's garment, and woman's dress, or a woman's skirt, I don't think you'd come back. Rightfully so. You said, Pastor, is everything all right? Did you just get out of third floor Samaritan Hospital? Did you stop taking your medication, Pastor? Pastor, what's wrong? If I came with a frilly blouse on, I came with a long skirt, long dress on, and I preached behind the pulpit with a, bent wrist like that, and I said, oh, God love you, and, don't worry about anything.
You're really good at that.
Oh, God love you.
He's really good at that.
Gotta put some pants on.
He's a natural, you might say.
Can we get some pants?
Like the women preachers do, that you listen to. He said, Pastor, are you all right? Why would that be wrong and evil and wicked and an abomination? But it's not wrong, it's not evil, it's not wicked, and it's not an abomination when a woman wears pants and shorts in public. For 5,800 years, no woman wore pants in public. Don't get mad at me, I'm just telling you fact, history. Look, not even Baptist history, not even Bible preaching. Look up history of how women dress 5,800
What the fuck is going on with his mic?
God is trying to shut him up.
From neck to the foot. Long sleeves to the wrist. There's more, listen to me good, there's more hope for the Muslims than there are for America.
Well, thank you
Because
for
at least
your
they're
opinion.
women, I don't care if they're forced to do it or not, at least dress properly. Now, I'm not for covering your face with a veil because that's a sign of a whore in the Bible. But at least they're covering their head, and at least they're covering their bodies the way God said.
This guy
And
wants
you
to
get
fuck a
upset when the Muslims
babushka.
come to America because it's too convicting for you because you like wearing your bikini and your underwear.
Yeah, TK chairs.
Thank you.
Now, the real question here is, who wears the pants in his family? I don't believe he's like, unless he beats his wife. I think she probably pushes him around. He's got schlub bud. He's a schlub. This is a schlubby pastor talking that mess at the pulpit because he can't keep his wife from running around town on the down low.
On the streets of Troy, New York, because you don't have a Baptist preacher telling you about it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he's pecker to the pulpit. His wife is foot to the fucking ceiling. Getting her asshole
mouse,
stretched.
Beach, mouse.
Beach.
Ooh. Beach, mouse. Beach, mouse. Beach, mouse. Beach, mouse.
That is amazing. I love it.
You did it, Kalo. You did it. You impressed us. Thank you.
Oh my God! Is he getting some Trumpster Bob face?
It's
liver spots.
Pretty sure everybody's got leprosy now.
No more will the family of faith be shut out of the public square. The Indianapolis Public Library has been hosting Drag Queen Story Hour for children in spite of parents being outraged. So Kirk Cameron decided to do something about it.
Thank you,
He's
Kirk
the author of
Cameron.
a series of Christian books for children, and he applied to the library.
Right now, now that all those old sitcoms are getting reboots, man, if Kirk Cameron hadn't been so fucking crazy, he could probably get a reboot.
It'd be great if he did a reboot, but it was all super alt-right religious, like
Oh my God.
ultra conservative religious.
To come and read his book to children. Now, predictably, the library refused to allow the reading of a Christian book. But after being threatened with legal action for their clearly unconstitutional
Somebody needs to tell
act,
Wild Bill that he
they
died about
caved.
8 months ago. Christ, he looks terrible.
And when Cameron showed up to read, the crowd was so big it was the largest event ever held.
Remember that video he made with the lady, the regal redneck? He made a video with a woman, and we were like, "What's going on?"
He was
here?
He was courting her a little bit.
He reposted that same video recently, so he's like trying to promote her shit
in the library's history. But instead of allowing them to use the auditorium, the library jammed them into a small room up on the 6th floor. In a social media post, Cameron said, "No more will the family of faith be shut out
Faith
of the public
family.
square."
That's a Mario thing.
What's that, Faith family?
Hey, Faith family. Hope y'all having a good
for
day.
taking on the bullies who are
Dude, it's hard for me to look at Wild Bill right now. I feel like he's about to be baked into some banana bread. He is just so fucking turnt.
Stalking America's children. Now, this is something that churches can do in all 50
COVID on his face.
Yeah. Why the long COVID?
Long COVID on his face.
states. Just let it be known that Christian Story Hour for Children is coming to your local library.
Cool.
And the outrage of the left will provide all the advertising you need.
Do you think the left is going to... I got to tell you, there's been Christian book reading at the library for 100 goddamn years in this country. We don't care. You know what happens? The parents that want to indoctrinate their kids take them there because they don't want to take them to goddamn Chuck E. Cheese.
Because Jared Genesis is giving out foot massages there.
Not cool, tubes.
They will come. If your city has a public library, and set up a Christian Story Hour for
I heard
children.
Mike Tyson has CBD gummies with Vander Holyfield. Have you seen these?
Are they shaped like ears?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if you can find the video for that. I think they did a commercial. I just someone brought up Bustillo says he looks like he ate Mike Tyson's cornflakes. And I'm like, oh God, I remember seeing that gimmick.
That's funny how they're all cool about that. Dude literally did it twice, once to each ear.
Yeah, I think they asked Mike Tyson if he regretted doing it and if he would ever do it again. And Mike was like, yeah, no, I regret doing it. I would never do it again unless he tried to pull that shit he did to me in the match again.
I think it was like elbows or headbutts. I think it might have been like headbutts or elbows or something like that.
Yeah.
Vander Holyfield was a badass at that point.
Tyson at the disco. We live in a world where Divine died and we're still plagued by the likes of Kirk Cameron.
Divine, yeah.
Divine, though, didn't have the best diet.
Poo-poo. Dog poo-poo.
Rough.
Consider it a new and vitally important ministry for your church, especially if that library has been doing Drag Queen Story Hour.
What?
If the Christian church won't stand up for the children of America, who will? Now you have a way to do that. Every church I know of has retired men and women who would love to bring the Christian message right back into the public square where it belongs, with a children's book of Christian faith. This Wild Bill for America saying, think about it. Thanks for watching, and America bless God again.
Wouldn't it be great if Daddy Derek put out a Cool Cat drag book?
By the way, I'm taking content suggestions for later on in the show. If you guys want to send in some content, just do it in the Discord in the content section. I'll be looking there. You can drop links to stuff there. We'll take a look at it.
One thing you can be sure of is that nothing is more rewarding than the gift of giving. Happy Holy
Fake
Day.
Morgan Freeman or Holyfield?
You go first. No, you go first.
Happy Holy Days?
You go first. Okay, I'll go first. No, I go. You sure? You mean, here you go.
Iron?
I believe Tyson was at his best in his rights against Holyfield, and if not, who would you pick if both at their best?
I don't know. It was really sad to see Holyfield come back and try to fight again. He wasn't there anymore with it, and but Tyson still had something going on.
Who was it that Tyson said he had flared up venereal disease against?
I can't
Was
remember.
it Holyfield or was it Buster Douglas he lost the title to?
His first loss was to Buster Douglas,
Yeah.
and he lost the title.
One of those losses, he was like, dude, my fucking herpes was flaring up so bad.
That's one of the biggest upsets in sports ever. Like, especially if you take a look at like betting odds for that, it's ridiculous.
Glad we iron things out.
And Buster Douglas lost a
Now,
very
I
next
got
title
you
defense. Waited as long as possible. Buster Douglas waited as long as possible to defend it and just like got out of shape. They showed what he looked like when he won the title versus what he looked like. He was from Columbus and he was just eating like he didn't have to pay for a meal. He was the world heavyweight champion.
He walked
beat
into
Mike
Checkers.
Tyson.
They were like, all you can eat.
Yeah. Yes.
Rallies, Checkers. He went to both of them. What you got, Mike? Yeah. You gotta shake it. You gotta listen to it with that bad ear. This is so shit.
I went to a minor league baseball game in Columbus one time, and Buster Douglas was there.
Was he just there watching, or he was
No,
there?
they brought him out, like, towards the end of the game.
Fucker was like, it's 10-cent hot dog
They
night.
gave away this commemorative thing to, like, celebrate the anniversary of him beating Mike Tyson.
What is this? I got your ear. No, it's not. This ain't my ear. Yes, it is. Cherry pie punch, Philly. My ears don't taste like cherry pie. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
That was
Man,
funny.
They don't. Yes, they do. No, it don't. Yes, it do. Why I ate your ear, I should know.
Damn.
I hate your ear. I should know. Oh.
Okay, that got good. I thought it was a little cringy at first, but that ended on a high note.
That's insane.
Holy ears.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Of the year. Oh, this music goes.
Mike Tyson is so money.
He mellowed out a lot. He used to be a psycho, like just.
Well, yeah, he was 12, being taught how to fight grown men.
Yeah, and then a little bit of that came out on that airplane where the guy was fucking with him on the airplane.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
He's like Mike Tyson. He's like Blade, right? Not only use me Blade, Blade the vampire.
Oh,
he's
yes.
a daywalker, right? He can walk in mainstream, and he can be mainstream nice Mike, and then he can be fucking street Mike. He's of both worlds. He's like, don't forget. I don't forget where I came from. I'm just not bringing it to every fucking meeting. Explicit Nation.
I'm sorry, Evander.
Yeah, Egghead. We said, Egghead.
Egghead, we need your help, Egghead.
It's usually about now that you say, oh gosh, we're not going to meet the goal tonight. And then people start donating.
And you got to, and you can help with that by starting a tip train. This is from a while ago. I think maybe this is from like 2014 or something. So maybe this is where they got the idea from.
It's your ear.
Yeah, he bites him there. You see him lift it.
My ear. I kept that in formaldehyde. Thanks.
Aww.
Yeah.
They're buddies.
Yeah. It was crazy. He got suspended for a while. Like he couldn't box again for a while.
Yeah, Juma going with the best Mike Tyson quote of all time. I'll fuck you, tell you love me, ...
I'll eat your children.
He's like, I'll fuck you, tell you love me, gay slur.
Well,
I
was
remember that.
watching the Royal Rumble, and it just wrapped
Ooh.
up. So, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Egghead, if you want to hear our live reaction to the Royal Rumble match, the last 20 minutes of tonight's
men's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah. You can get the audio version of the show. We did a live review of that. So you should check that out after this show's over. Go over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever. Download it. And we do this before the majority of shows now. You'll get an extra 10 to 20 minutes of free content. You just got to go take a look at the audio version.
We won't be reviewing the Royal Rumble before every show. That's just special.
No, but pre-shows, extra content. The Royal Rumble, we could just start doing a review of the last 20 minutes of every Royal Rumble before every episode. We'll just start at the beginning.
That would not be what's up, Tubes.
What is this?
Tired as it. They ran down. Wish you were here.
Where you gonna go?
What are you doing up in Alaska?
Where you wanna go?
Gucci. Wow. Who's the old pirate woman with Goopy?
She has really bad signal right now.
I hope you have a fantastic.
And this is a re-upload. I figured since it was a re-upload, it would have like.
Well, the encoding is bad, right? From her end, the internet's bad.
Yeah.
It was compromised.
Not worth it.
Is she at Gasparilla, dude? Is she's at Gasparilla?
She might be.
Goo went to Gasparilla?
She's gonna hang out with the nature boy?
Oh no!
For a lifetime. Oh wow.
I don't like that's my girlfriend.
What does your girlfriend say? Are you his girlfriend?
I think somebody there said my stomach.
You?
Gotta be a Gasparilla.
Really?
Pirate days.
How much for the bouquet?
I hate the music.
Chest.
Gucci's goes out now that she's got a boyfriend. She's always around music. She stopped dating the RV guys.
You do. Where's your treasure
Now she's in the real world where music plays.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Is this El DeBarge?
And there's like pirate people. What is going on with this place?
It's Tampa. Gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Buccaneer spirit.
I know this music is fucking like copyrighted, so I can't even do it.
Is it Chico DeBarge?
Someone sent in this.
In the rhythm of the night.
Leather-clad women ask Florida city commissioners to build dungeon during public meeting.
Okay. I'm here for it.
All right. Let me see if I can play the video here. Let's do this. Is it a video?
There better be a video.
It doesn't look like there's a video.
Why is there a little button there?
Oh, shit. Let's see. There we go. Let's see.
For all of its high points, democracy isn't always entertaining.
I'm excited about this journey.
In fact, it rarely is. And just when you thought you couldn't take any more legal talk,
Florida statute 768.79.
or another motion.
Motion B is a motion to award open-end contract.
Enter these
Oh,
citizens who
shit.
signed up to comment at the Fort Lauderdale City Commission meeting Tuesday night on a sanitation issue.
Good evening, council peoples.
That's how it started, and it just got better from there.
You may call me mistress. I am here standing neutral to the motion approving an agreement for the proprietary purchase of yard waste processing and disposal. I do, however, find it interesting that you will spend almost $1 million to hide your secrets down the drain.
The speaker signed in as Ms. Trey Crave, and she did have a proposal for city commissioners to build a dungeon.
Created for us by us, the taxpayers and voting citizens. Do not let this glamorous look distract you from doing your duty to take my demand. I look forward to spanking each and every single one of you.
It's definitely not her real
at
hair.
the new esteemed dungeon.
Politicians being who they are,
So
they felt
if it's a
compelled to
community
discuss.
organized dungeon, are the spankings free? Is it like a rec center?
I don't know.
Proposed clubs of a variety of natures from a couple of years ago. I thought they were mostly in District 2, though.
Mostly, we have a lot of things going on in District 2.
Leading to yet more citizen input, like this tweet.
Where's District 2? Asking for a friend.
And if you live in District 4, forget about it.
While we in Fort Lauderdale strive to be
Fort Lauderdale
diverse
goes
and
hard.
inclusive, to the best of my knowledge, we currently do not have any dungeons located in District 4 of the city.
And a dungeon dragon and a dungeon dragon.
The world's first interactive.
Her speech on that is better, I bet. We got the fucking news story.
That would have been interesting
Tried
to hear.
to call Ms. Trey.
Interact. Welcome to Crave, the world's first interactive sexy circus. Comes to Miami.
We tried to call Ms. Trey Crave. We left a message, but she didn't call us back. We do know she's connected to this club, Crave Nightclub in Miami.
Okay.
Apparently at the meeting,
All I'm
she said
gonna
all
say
she
is
had
that
to.
I picked the winners for both Rumble matches. 'Twas a good night.
Nice, Egghead. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
You are dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
He's like, okay,
Happy
thank you.
holidays to you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw Florida Man this week. It said Florida Man mops up dog piss with 87-year-old woman. So fucked up.
Like her corpse?
I don't think she was dead. I think she was alive. He just took her and like used her as a mop and drug her across the dog pee. So fucked up.
The PP.
Florida man, stop. There's definitely dungeons in Fort Lauderdale. Shit.
Fort Lauderdale dungeon.
I went to a good food truck court thing in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. It was like right south of Fort Lauderdale, North Miami. So good. They got some pork belly there. It was popping. Jenny says, I think I'm gay now. I don't know. I think dominatrix stuff wears off quickly. If it keeps you gay, good. But no reason not to go experiment. Let her wrap that fake ponytail around your throat a little bit. That's fun. For some people.
She almost looked sci-fi. Like it almost looked like Battlestar Galactica shit or something.
They were space mistresses, right?
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
Space mistress?
Got some Cyrax shit here. Let's see what
How y'all doing today? It's Kiwi Tapes.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to skip this part. All right.
Okay, over on YouTube to see. But we have a new anime figure haul for today. Ring right here so you guys can see, and we'll get this started. Let's go. We have a couple bags here, and we're going to start off with the small Hot Topic bag first, man. We're going to start off with these. This video also will be posted up on YouTube, but what up to YouTube as well.
I'm trying to figure out why people like watching Cyrax, because I've tried it a few times, and I'm like...
He's got some hits, but...
Well, let's start off
This
with
is like an edit, too.
the Hot Topic bag. And our first one is going to be...
When he goes into promo mode, it's pretty entertaining.
Spy X Family minifigures.
Sometimes. Minifigures.
Let's bust this bad boy open and see what we got.
Is he opening up a fucking Happy Meal toy? Is that what this box
Take
opening
100.
is?
Okay,
Yes!
chat. I'm tapping out for the night.
That is
It's up
fine,
to
Egghead.
guys
You
to
did your
get them
part.
to the goal. Choo choo choo.
You did your part tonight, Egghead. We appreciate it.
Egghead. You've bought yourself one spoil for free. You can spoil anything you want. You got one free spoil. One free spoil.
You could spoil how you lost at Actual Mania last night.
Thank you, Egghead. Well, now you owe $100. That was Egghead's spoil, not yours, Ben.
Everyone assumed that anyway. Not even Honest Red would get mad about
Guy just
that
gave you
spoiler.
$100 and you're talking shit to him. Let's go. Let's go. Who else was to get paid money to get talked down to? Let's go.
It's only
Let's see who we got from
Egghead,
Spy X Family.
you're the hero tonight.
If you guys don't know, I fucking love
Until
it.
someone else donates more.
Spy X Family. If you guys have not seen Spy X Family, definitely give it a watch. It's definitely very good. And we got...
That's most definitely what's up.
Yes!
All right,
Whoa!
DJ Fix Soul.
Whoa!
Wasn't quite 100, but it got you to 666.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite 100, so you can't spoil anything. But you're the only one that can talk shit to Egghead when he uses his one free spoiler. How about
Egghead
that?
will never have this again.
One free spoil? Really?
You get one, Egghead, and only DJ Fix Soul can say anything about it. Everybody else has to zip their lip.
Maybe someday I should have a match with Egghead, but I don't want the title to be on the line, because why would he deserve that? But I want to have a match with Egghead where if he loses, he can't tell other people who died ever again.
Someday? Like, you think you'd even have the title someday? You're not going to hold that thing much longer. I don't want to spoil last night's match, but somebody's going to be able to challenge you for that title any time they or Actual Mania.
Well, let's see. We got Lord, Yor, Anya, and Becky. So one of those four we're going to get. That is so dope, dude. We got our first Yor Spy X Family collection, man. Look at that.
Is this a Happy Meal toy that's a
You got
hot
Yor
goth?
as our first
Is it even a hot
one,
goth?
dude.
It's
That
just
is
a goth
cool.
Happy Meal toy?
I think him and Gothy were like a thing IRL.
Yeah, I remember someone saying that. I don't think I ever saw the video of that.
Gothy from Akron? I mean, like, I don't have a hard time believing that, but...
I like that one. That is so sick.
Thank God it wasn't
That
the kid.
is going
Oh no! Did
on
something
my
happen with Cyrax and
So
kids?
that's gonna sit right there for now.
Yeah, he was like catfished and said some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's definitely not what's up.
That's what Cobes was talking about when he like confronted him.
Yeah, me,
what's
Cobes,
her
and Danny
name's,
Brown do not support Cyrax.
And next up is our Jujutsu Kaisen figure. Now, if you guys don't know, man,
Oh,
Jujutsu
Cyrax did a grape to a blind boy named Billy. That. Are you serious?
Fuck sickos. I mean, did he? Did he go to jail? Like what? Like what is that all about?
He assaulted a fellow Billy.
It is a super dope anime. If you guys have not seen Jujutsu Kaisen
He
yet,
is scary looking too. Like he's horrifying. Like
he was
Yeah, don't
expelled
do it, man.
from. Oh, he was a teen.
that doesn't matter. You could still get locked up. You just go to like a. Well, sometimes you get charged as an adult. Sometimes you go to like a juvenile hall.
You should have got that Cobes consent like
Definitely
Cobes
gotta
had
check
with
out
the
Jujutsu
special
Kaisen.
ed girl.
I actually just started watching this this week. I know I'm late to the party, but I did just start watching Jujutsu Kaisen this week.
The King Cobra versus Cyrax fight that was proposed would be a big money maker.
Okay, Rat Lord Alcaraz says Cyrax, the average anime watcher. No. It goes Cyrax, okay, and then it goes Big Diesel, and somewhere in between there is the average. Okay, Big Diesel all the way at the top, and Cyrax all the way at the bottom.
I love the
There's a
anime
ton in the
so
middle
far,
that's highly
so
respectable.
Here we go. Haul number 2. I'm hoping I get the main dude. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it even comes with...
Oh, Cobes
sure
would
it's not
easily
true.
beat up
Put together
Cyrax if
figure,
they were to
okay.
actually have like a boxing match or something. We gotta remember, Cobes got Warlord, right?
And we got...
Yeah, I don't. Warlord seems like a fucking not a tough guy.
Warlord's got more meat on him than Cyrax. Cyrax looks like the Crypt Keeper if he bought all of his clothes at Hot Topic, Juggalo edition.
I love during that when he's trying to like diffuse the situation and he's all like, "Dude, I gave you tactical soap. Dude, I
Okay,
gave you some."
But as long as Honest Red doesn't get pissed, since we all agree it's free. Roman Reigns retained against Kevin Owens and Sami
can't
Zayn
resist.
betrayed the bloodline. This sets up KO and Sami versus the Usos at Mania after Sami faces Roman at Montreal.
It's a lot of spoilers.
It went deep on that spoiler.
Jesus.
Okay.
Again, cashed in that
We got
fucking
Mega Man,
spoiler.
nice.
He can't resist. He loves it.
So let me just do like this. And
Look at him. He's like, "You said it was free."
Yeah, hey, I'm not saying you couldn't do it, Egghead. I'm just saying you went hard. You were like, "Oh, I got a free one. Let's go."
now we're gonna move this stuff out of the way. And we are going to put Mega Man together really quickly.
That spoiler was so big. It took
was
me
like a
halfway.
paragraph.
It took me halfway through it to realize it was a spoiler.
Right.
I'm like, whoa! You got your money's worth. Yeah, we should tag.
What is this? Who is this person?
Probably his last girlfriend. We should tag the stream when we're done, right before the spoiler. Like, you know how you can break down segments? Just have the beginning segment and then the small little Egghead spoiler segment and label it Egghead spoiler and then the rest of the show afterwards. Because that
Can
was
I get
hard.
another?
You want to make it a double?
He loves paying to spoil. I mean, like you can if you finish the goal.
The first PPV in years I was going to watch him beg scream me thanks to Billy saying he could.
I didn't know. I didn't realize what would happen, Seth. I didn't realize.
I love the Royal Rumble though. Like, I went to a Royal Rumble years ago, and it was amazing. Like, that's my only big time pay-per-view, like, of the big four. That's the only one I've ever been to, and it was fucking amazing. I sat at ringside. I got a collectible chair that I got to take home.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Those chairs are cool. Those collectible chairs.
Yep.
They're
Undertaker came back.
They got like the promo for the show printed on them. They're like a real collector piece.
I was really excited because like Undertaker came back.
So Honest Red, you're not allowed to blame Egghead. Oh my God. Ooh. It's all on me. I didn't realize it would go so hard.
All right, finish the goal, Egghead, and you have free reign for spoilers for the rest of the show.
That's on Ben. I'm not taking that one. I'm taking the heat for the first one. I didn't realize what I did. We saw basically that was the first tower, and Ben's over here selling out the second tower. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. He'll finish the goal, and then everything after that will be donations, all the spoilers. He's like, this is fucking hilarious. I love it. Oh, my God.
Y'all gonna go for Building 7 afterwards. That ain't right.
Yep.
That ain't right. I want to apologize to everybody. I'll tell you this, okay? There's going to be more pay-per-views in the future.
Don't tempt me.
I am tempting you.
There's going to be more pay-per-views in the future, guys. There's going to be more. If we ruined the Royal Rumble 2023 for you, you know what is crazy?
No, we didn't. Egghead didn't talk about the actual Rumble.
It was one match.
Yeah.
One match. It was a good one. It was there was like 5 spoilers in that spoiler too. It was detailed.
Yeah, it was a spoiler it was a spoiled tree.
Yeah, he's like my spoilers are paragraphs or novels.
Yeah, so the 2 Rumbles, there was a women's Rumble too, right?
Yeah, and if you want the men's Royal Rumble spoiled, just watch our pre-show.
Yeah, we did a pre-show.
We were 10 minutes late to the next show.
Don't spoil the men's Rumble because we want people to watch or listen to our pre-show.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad. I thought it was a funny joke, a funny thing to say, and then Egghead was like, "Let's go."
And
I was like, "Oh shit." We probably just pissed off some people.
Honest Red. He's so reactionary.
Pulling my DP patron. As long as you keep the subscribe star up. I held Egghead's beer. That's true. I'm an accomplice. If this was not spoilers, if this was something like aggravated assault of an SVU unit, a special victims unit assault, I would be an accomplice, yes. My apologies. I hate the Drunken Peasants. They are the worst podcast.
The men's Rumble and the final is on you all. Oh, cry about it, Red. You were never gonna keep your word anyways. Cry harder, bitch.
Damn.
Wow.
The DP multiverse is bigger than I thought, but soon I'll arrive at my destination. Kuro is all and all is Kuro.
Kuro.
Rumble is my favorite wrestling thing.
Oh, God.
Mine too.
I have been catching up on the ones I have missed. 2021 Women's Rumble is one of the best I have seen. Top 3 at least.
The 2021 Women's Rumble?
I don't know if I ever saw it.
Yeah, I haven't been watching for so long. That melody was way off, Mr. Fridge. This is before my time, okay? I wasn't here for the hits.
So now that we have the legs done, as you guys
But I knew it was off too while I was saying it. I was like, fuck.
Oh my God! Honest Red's going low blow, and now Egghead's gonna spurg out.
Egghead, if you're gonna
Because
spurg
Honest
out,
Red knows where the button is to press.
if you're gonna spurg out, Egghead, please spurg out in the form of donations. I know you've already donated way more than you planned to tonight.
All right, we're there.
Oh God!
All right, give me just 1 minute, guys. To take a break from this, I'll be right back. I just gotta do something really quickly. What up, guys? I'm back. Sorry, I had to grab some.
I definitely feel
quick.
like I owe everybody an apology. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Why does Egghead like spoilers though? I find it fascinating.
He went hard on that spoiler. Holy shit! I've like lost a little bit of my voice from like the reaction to it. I lost my shit.
I had to grab dinner real quick. Now, back to action. Action. Yo, Avery, what up, buddy?
It's like the actual Mania participants are just spilled out right now in the chat, going for each other. Jessbro's going after Smarty. Smarty is going after Honest Red. Honest Red's going after Egghead. Egghead's just still holding his double finger, double barrel bitches in the air.
Barrels,
He still got his double barrels up after that. Oh my God.
I love it.
I still can't clear my throat after that one. Jenny says, as usual, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm very amused. Yeah, it's we've started almost like a second universe with actual Mania.
Yeah, there's some promos to play.
And when Royal Rumble, the WWE pay-per-view, gets pulled in, if you barely follow actual Mania, then you don't follow WWE wrestling at all, what's going on right now is a complete confusion.
That it is.
Like it's all jargon. But I'm glad you're enjoying it anyways. We do a little trolling. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Kuro.
Imagine bringing up my father as a petty insult. That shows how mature you are.
Oh, is Egghead gonna just question Honest Red's maturity now?
That's what he did. It's a measured response.
The new Egghead's like, very mature.
Ow, why does my head hurt so much?
Oh no.
That was a nightmare. What the hell happened?
Oh, what?
Why does that mask moved?
What?
Hopefully he didn't get out. Ladies and gentlemen of the Drunken Peasants podcast, this is your Commissioner Kyle here, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated in Actual Mania last night. It was such a good, successful show, and I want to congratulate the Star Spangled Luchador for winning last night. He did such a good job, and I want to mention that he did get his $50 Amazon gift card. So, congrats, Star Spangled Luchador.
It's just spoil central tonight,
and you are definitely a force to be.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna spoil the new Avatar movie too. Same shit as the first Avatar movie, but in water.
That being said, there was a little bit of a controversy last night over some confusion of the rules and how it was laid out. We'll definitely be getting to the bottom of this, and I definitely will making sure this won't happen again. As your commissioner, I have decided to make the following decision. Next month, at Actual Mania 41, the Eradication Accommodation, I will be giving Jespro a shot at Ben's world title. There's also a few stipulations. No cooking videos.
Feet pics.
No rematch clause. And
you talked over one of the stipulations.
No cooking videos. No rematch clause, And this will be a guest referee match where the audience will vote for the guest referee. The choices for your special guest referee will be Simple Country, who performed exceptionally last night, Teddy Rubskin, who made it to the final round, and Billy the Fridge, who screwed out of 2 championships by illegitimate votes from Ben. And Ben, hopefully you learn from this. Hopefully you learn not to talk trash about my good friend Clara. Clara Kitty. Not Clara Baby Legs. That died like her ex-boyfriend did.
Oh!
But anyways, ta-ta for now, guys.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Whoa! So if those of you don't know, spoiler: her ex-boyfriend Basherverse died
of COVID.
Of COVID.
Yeah.
So okay. All serious now. Honest Red is walking on mighty thin ice by bringing up my father. He said he wants to do this all year. Keep it up and you'll spend the entire year on the island of garbage.
Whoa.
So, in light of this recent news, I think the best special guest referee for you to vote for would be Teddy Rubskin.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that would be the best for you.
I think
I would probably be less fair than Simple Country. I would probably be like, Jess Bro, I would probably go to Jess Bro's house and shit in that bathtub with her and roll around in that shit.
This is kind of bullshit.
Just to give her the win.
Because Kalo, he comes in, he starts greasing the palms of the people who win and pushes Jeff Holiday out of his position. I wish Jeff was
Not
still
only
here.
was Billy in the men's rumble, Betty the Fridge was in the women's rumble tonight. Was crazy. Chugga chugga poot poot giddy sweet boy to the goal.
Whoa, bass player.
Whoa! There it is. There it is.
Egghead, stop being a whiny pussy.
Is Garcia somebody we know?
I don't know who that is.
They're just like we got to hit this goal tonight and call it get a whiny pussy. Oh wow.
I think every time we've had a guest referee match, the person who has the favor of the guest referee wins every time. It's completely reversed the vote on different occasions.
And you're not allowed to cook either. That was the one thing you had.
That was the only thing I could do.
With your
I
French
don't have
connection.
any other talents.
Yeah, your only other talent is smoking weed. You better get out Vader.
Oh my God.
You better get out Vader if you want to have a chance. Jess Bro's got the egg invader. Look, is it my fault that everything's going to shit right now? Yes. Yes, it is. Am I happy about it? Mostly yes. Yes. Do I appreciate that Drunken Peasants tonight is a dumpster fire? DP stands for dumpster fire. It's PHIRE. Tonight, everything went to shit. And it's started with me giving Egghead a fucking get out of spoil free
you
card.
came up with that idea.
Yeah, I thought it was a funny gag. I thought it'd be like, yeah, you go around, you could get one spoiler. I thought it would be in Discord or something.
It's funny because he's like, I'm tapped out, and then you gave him the right to spoil shit, and he was like all in, like, ha.
Caught up with an
That
extra
was funny.
$6.
I have another promo.
What am I doing, you ask? Well, I'm traveling deep into the DP multiverse.
Oh no.
Countless hours, countless realms. I will search for it. And once I reach it, the core will be mine. Kuro will be all, and all will be Kuro.
Kuro is gone to the DP multiverse?
Yeah, I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about Jess Bro and her boobies taking my title away, and her feet with the eggs and
spoilers.
I didn't say that that's what happened. I'm just saying I'm concerned.
Well, If for those of you that think Ben's just daydreaming about eggs and boobies, it's not true. You have to watch actual Mania last night to decipher this code.
I think they want to watch it even more after that information, right?
Sheesh.
Yeah. I'm concerned.
Somebody needs to get the actual Mania, every actual Mania of all time, and do a match review, break each match down to like 2 minutes for a 10-minute video.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And upload a 10-minute video of each one. Egghead, take some deep breaths, ignore Honest Red, and edit 40 actual Mania 10-minute videos.
Honest Red is a sick man. He's a sick man. He just goes for the jugular.
Imagine getting so pissed and upset that you use someone's dead father as a weapon against them. Well, Egghead, you can be not even pissed and upset and do it like Joe did multiple times against you, against me, Pimp Monk.
He does that to you?
He did on the show one night, like right after my dad died.
What? Really?
I think he was just trying to prove a point that it wasn't about disliking people.
I don't remember that.
He's like, look, it's not personal. Billy's one of my best friends, and he just. I think that was the point of him going after my dad.
I mean, when he is your friend and you know he's fucking around, it's not as bad when you like don't know him. And
but that's the thing with Joe is, I've been his friend for 10 years, and I still don't know if he's fucking around or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because first time you met him, he was naked. That was off camera. He got naked off camera.
Yeah.
First time he met Pimp Monk, he showed him his dick.
Yeah.
Like, there's off camera. Maybe that's Joe. Maybe it's part of a long-term bit.
The camera doesn't have to be there for Joe to do what he does. That is true.
He met Leafy when we were in Vegas, and he got us kicked out of a fucking private party at the Wynn before we even got in the door. He picked a fight with security at the front door. So I don't know. I don't know if Joe is real or a joke, but I do know that my dad liked Joe, so he's allowed to talk all the shit about my dad as he wants, because my dad thought Joe was a good guy.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Got to get tough. Yo, Joe. Got to get tough. Yo, Joe. Roll call coming back immediately after DP on February 2nd.
Oh.
That was the plan we made.
Doom, 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 doom.
So that's when we plan to bring it back. I think I'll do it as a separate video. Like I'll end the stream.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so that should be something else.
Honest Red makes $100 an hour. $100 an hour.
An hour.
Well, Honest Red, let me tell you something. I could spend $100 in an hour, so you don't want to step to me.
I spend more in spilt liquor.
If I was your lover, Honest Red, you'd have to make more than $100 an hour to keep me happy.
Oh my God. Here we go. Egged, you're giving him what he wants. You're giving him what he wants. I'll play your promo, but I think you're giving him what he wants. You're dancing like his little monkey right now. Okay, what is it?
Imagine getting pissed and upset that you threaten to use someone's dead father, my dead father to be exact, as a weapon against me. So I'm giving you one warning. If you use my father in any way, shape, or form in any of your videos as a weapon against me, there will be consequences. I am not talking kayfabe right here. I'm talking straight real right here. You say fuck around and find out, well, I'm going to say this to you. You use my father in any way, shape, or form as a weapon against me, you will find out.
Whoa.
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 Whoa. We need people in there to diffuse this situation.
I,
it's
for
getting
one,
out of hand.
I, for one, started this. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Oh, shit. Shit. Just at the right time. Just in the nick of time. And we were talking about the name Nick earlier, so that's interesting. I've been wearing these fucking things on my teeth for the last 9 months, and I finally get to stop wearing them all day in 2 months. Or I'm sorry, in 2 weeks. And then I only have to wear them when I sleep at night. I got these retainers on. Everybody, look at the egg rage right now. This is pure unadulterated egg rage. The egg rage cannot be stopped. All right, so I'm just watching the chaos unfold right now. Sorry, now I'm a viewer. I'm a viewer at this point. Everybody chill. Just like everybody stop. This is a rumble right now. There's a rumble going on in the fan chat. Oh my God. Egged. It's okay, buddy. I would like to encourage everyone to join our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you should just do it. Join the Discord. Help share content if there's anything you want us to watch or review or anything like that. Join the Discord. There are places to put it there. That's where I look for it. Honest Red, I'm not sure if your I don't know if him dropping spoilers is proportionate to what you're saying you want to do to him. I don't know if it's a proportionate thing.
Honest Red, whatever you're planning, just know Egghead has yet to unleash on you all of his fury. You might want to back off because Egghead is a tough son of a bitch. You sit there with your ivory tower making $100 an hour.
Damn.
Egghead has nothing but angst and rage and a deep want to spoil things. And he's been bottled up for so long.
Let's see what I got here. I got another thing.
Oh shit. Big Diesel's stuck in an infinite void, but he's got Wi-Fi, so he's able to chat. Nice to see you, Big Diesel.
I have another promo here.
Sorry about the infinite void.
Here it is.
Hello, friends. Show pal Simple Country. I just got done with the Regal Tussle. Now, I'm not gonna be egghead here and do any spoilers, but before we got too far away from it, I just wanted to thank every single one of you out there that voted for me during the competition. And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, ooh boy, it's worth the price of admission, let me tell you that. Again, there'll be more coming in the next couple of days, and after we're out of spoiler season, I might go a little more in depth into the way it all shook out. But for now, this Simple Country man needs a break.
Well, without saying spoilers, it sure looks like Simple Country put a lot of work in. His hands are taped up.
He looked winded.
He was winded. I don't want to say whether or not he won, but we do know he was number one into the Regal Tussle.
He was. Yeah, there were a lot of surprises, too. If you guys end up watching it, you will be very surprised with who popped up and what they did and what they said when they did.
What they say.
Yeah.
Are those wanker scabs that are taped up as sticky? I don't think Simple Country, are you part Boglum? The country fella is a fighter.
So I would recommend in about an hour or so within... Oh, yeah, we got a new Patreon.
Callum, cheers.
Thank you. I would say within about a half hour after we end this stream, keep an eye out on the audio feed so you can listen to our pre-show. Go subscribe to it.
People have been saying they love putting the pre-show on late at night because it puts them right to sleep.
And this one's long. It's over 20 minutes. So it's worth the free click. All it takes is like a click to download the audio version. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up. We just hit the 4-hour mark. I want to thank everyone that helped us get this far. Thanks to everyone who helped us out with the computer. Like that was huge. And now everything's running amazing. So we got everything we needed there. We still have the fundraiser open for help with that, but there's like 100 days left in it.
And now that the thank yous are through, I want to say you're welcome to everybody. I was very entertaining tonight. The assist from Egghead with that spoiler.
That was a long spoiler.
Put it over the top. Oh my God, I was psycho. It was psycho. But yeah, very entertaining. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Have a good night, everybody.